Take notes. Take notes.
And here we are, guys. It's been what, a year since HR suspended us?
Is that what we're calling it?
And we're back.
Okay.
Don't adjust your Facebooks. Don't adjust your YouTubes. Yes, we are live. This is not a viral re-video. It's not, I promise you. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 Pack is back. How are you guys?
I'm
Talking
good.
to me or the camera?
I'm talking to both y'all. I'm talking
Okay.
to all of y'all.
I'm good. I'm
Are,
good.
are fans good? Are you good? Are you ready? Let me get this in here.
I'm ready.
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Ready as you're gonna be. Well, let's get this show started. I am your hostess tonight. My name is Queen Petty, aka Julie, as my friends call me. To the right of me is one of the co-creators of 12 Pack. His name is John, but we forever will know him as BJ. How
That's
are
right.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to
Good.
do this thing.
You excited to be back?
I am.
You've been looking forward to this for a while.
I have.
You've been ants in the pants, kind of nervous and ready to go.
Ants in the pants.
Ants in the
That's
pants.
a new
I don't
one,
know where
but-
that came from.
Yeah, I am back, and you know, I have to swallow a little pride and give Alexi from our favorite water and her little shout out for the Chiefs win. She's a big Chiefs fan, and she was right. They won, so shout out to her and her team. So
All right.
good for them.
I was hoping that both teams would lose, but you know,
Hey,
wishful thinking.
can't lose
right?
it. Can't end in a tie on the Super Bowl. So sorry about that.
And to the left of me is the other co-creator of this wonderful thing we call 12 Pack. His name is Trevor, and he will forever be known as Teabag. How are you?
I'm a little thrown off right now because you started with John and not me. So you went backwards in the rotation and
You know what else she
introduction.
missed? She missed the ride or die part. You know.
So yeah, I'm a little. The introduction threw me off there, so I'm a little
I told you I was going
discombobulated
to
right
mess
now.
this up.
Yes, it's usually
It's been
it's
so
usually
long.
Stat Assassin, Teabag to my left, and then it's my ride or die, my little bitch, John to my right. But you went backwards this time, and it threw me
You
off.
know what? It's going to happen all night. I know. New year, new me, right? So let's get a few things out of the way before we get started on this show. Want to let the audience know, if you're new to this show, there's a few things you should know. One, we cuss. So if you're around little children, you have us on speakerphone at work, you might not want to do that because we are going to drop the F-bomb quite a few times. If Trevor pisses me off tonight, it'll probably happen every other word. Number two, you can catch us next week on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook channel. YouTube, find us at 12pack media 14, and then subscribe and like our pages, please. Share with your friends. We really want to get our word out that we are back. This is our comeback season. The other one we want to introduce, I know she won't have a camera on her, but we have a new technician tonight at the ones and twos, as we like to call it. Miss Olivia, how are you tonight?
Good. Thank you so much for introducing me.
Yes, ma'am. We are super excited that you're here.
Me too.
Yeah. So let's get this thing started, guys. First thing we got to talk about is the biggest thing that happened in sports, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57 kicked off on Sunday in the sunny and warm state of Arizona, with the Arizona Cardinals hosting at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It was full of unexpected twists and turns, fancy plays, slick fields, potential controversies, which we're going to get into, and a controversial call in the final minutes of the game that might have been game-changing. It had some heartfelt moments with the brothers that faced off, iconic history being made with two African-American MVP-worthy quarterbacks facing off, and a halftime show that nobody expected. Lots of wow moments and a few what the fuck moments. So I'm going to ask each of you, what was your high of the game and what was your low? I'm going to start with the stat assassin over here to the left of me. What was your high and what was your low of the Super Bowl?
Do you want me to do them both right away?
You can do one or the other. I don't care.
All right, I'll start with my high. No Tom Brady.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
That was the best part of the whole game. There was not Tom Brady. There was not.
Or Aaron.
Aaron's only been in one.
I know.
So, yeah, we should have talked about him too. But anywho, yeah, just not having him in there and all the talk. Although Pat Mahomes is starting to turn into that right now.
Oh.
But just not all the talk of greatness the whole time and actually just a game was, I think, the high of it. Even though the game, to me, wasn't that entertaining in my eyes. I didn't care for the game that much.
It was kind of boring.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
What
his
was
high
your
then?
high, John?
I think for me, it was watching Jalen Hurts and some of the progression that he's come through, and he actually threw some really good passes. And I mean, some of those passes were inches from being intercepted, tipped, or not caught at all, but a lot of them were on point. And the quarterback play was really good from both sides, and I was just impressed with Jalen Hurts because a year ago Philly was ready to get rid of him, and now he's taking you to the Super Bowl and almost won the damn thing. So to me, it was Jalen Hurts, and he really impressed me and showed me some things. So
I think my high was kind of similar to yours. I found myself kind of going back and forth between the teams, very impressed with, kind of both of their plays. Jalen, unfortunately, I'm a Cowboy fan, as everybody knows, and so it was hard for me to root for the Eagles. I really wanted this game to end in a tie. But
I will say by the end of the game, you were rooting for him.
I kind of was. I was impressed with some of his, with what he had going on. Before we go any further, though, I want to give a shout out to our viewers that are watching. Thank you so much for watching. We do have the comment section open, so if you have any comments regarding any of the topics that we talk about tonight, please feel free to put your comments in there. I will try and interrupt these two and share the love of your comments. Trevor, you're low of the game.
I had two.
Okay.
One was the field.
Yeah.
Arizona spent, I think it was almost $1 million
On some new
making
grass.
this grass, sliding it in and out so it could get sun, and it was
Horrible.
horrendous. It was like playing it in the old Oakland Coliseum and shit like that on those old turf fields and stuff like that. And number two was the game being decided by a ticky-tack penalty.
Yeah.
It was a penalty, sure, whatever. There's penalties in every play, but for the game to come down and be decided by that penalty, I think was an injustice to the game.
John?
I totally agree with the way it
Sucked.
ended. It was just, you're going to run the clock out, and it's not – most Super Bowls, you want to see it all the way to the end, but this one was just very non-dramatic, and it just kind of felt like, all right, the game's over. Once that penalty was called, the game was over, and we were done. We were just waiting for him to kick a field goal, and
It
Go
killed the
home.
mood.
it did. It kind of killed – it killed everything for the ending. But, other than that, I thought it was a great game, but –
What did you guys think about the Kelsey brothers playing against each other?
they didn't. They play against each other, but they're both on offense, so they don't really play against each other. So, both of them had great games. Travis had a great game, and Jason had a really good game stopping number 95 over there. And, he would come all the way across the line, block him, and get back to what he was doing. I thought they both played really good, and it was fun to see. After the game, they got a little emotional with each other, and one of them told the other one to fuck off because he won. But that's what brothers do, and that's.
I didn't think anything of it until I started watching and listening to their podcast a little bit more and stuff like that. And they do actually a very good podcast together.
They do.
They are very good together, which I think made me gravitate towards their story a little bit more, just because of that aspect of that, their humility, their view of each other and everything and stuff like that, and the way they argue over their mom and who she's rooting for and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and all that mess was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I thought it was very cool.
I liked her outfit. I like Kelsey's
the,
mom
the
outfit,
mixed up, the
Yeah.
one shoe of one player, and
Yeah.
one shoe of the
It was
other, half
kind of
and half
cool.
jersey.
It was kind of cool. She was kind of like almost the focal point of everyone there. Like you knew there were stars there. You know, we got to see,
There were.
you know, Bradley
few.
Cooper and you know,
Talk about Bradley Cooper, man. He looks like a hot fucking mess.
I know.
He
Right?
looks so
Commercial?
bad. That commercial,
He
and
was
then in
horrible.
the stands too.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's a homeless man.
Yeah.
But it kind of took away from the fact that, you know, there were stars there. There were, I mean, Elon Musk was there. I mean, who else did I see? I saw a lot. They showed a lot, but everybody was focused on the you know, Kelsey mom, you know.
I
That's
think
what
it was
I
an
call her.
NFL prop bet, right? How many times were they going to show her on TV?
There's
Yeah,
fucking prop bets all over.
I know. They lost the Gatorade one because they said it was going to be purple.
Who said it was gonna be purple?
Somebody on interweb.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm sure
it ended
somebody
up being
bet all
yellow.
the colors because
Yeah.
bet all the colors, just like the over under on songs and the. Did you know? Oh, we'll
And-
talk
and the
about it
national
later.
anthem.
We'll talk about that part later. I
And the
was gonna
national
bring it
anthem,
up,
they
but
had a time limit for that, or an over and under.
yeah.
And we timed it. It was a minute 59, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually
The
the
over
over
one.
unders right at like 2 minutes typically.
It said 158, I think, was the over under,
Yeah.
and he went 159 point
Yeah.
something. So
Yeah. Kat wants to know, is Trevor sharing beer?
I'm the only one drinking. Apparently.
I'm drinking. I
She-
just don't
she
tell
ke-
you what's
yeah.
in my cup, so it's a
Yeah.
secret. My daughter,
Well, we
who
know what's in there.
is, I believe, 8 months pregnant, she thinks
Yes.
Travis Kelsey is cute, and that's the only reason why she watched the Super Bowl.
What about Jason? That's kind of hurtful.
I know. Yeah, you like one and
Because
not
he's
the
a
other.
lineman. Although Travis Kelsey, I will say, that mofo can dress. Man, you ever see the outfits he rolls up to at
Oh,
games?
yeah. Yes.
He's got like Gucci bags and all that mess he's rolling up in. And then Jason just rolls up in like sweats and a t-shirt.
That's the difference between a lineman and a star tight end. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
I think I'm going to probably mess up your name, sir. I'm sorry. Javin Brooks. He says, I don't see why people say the game was decided by the penalty. Do you guys want to elaborate on that?
So it was 3rd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
I think so.
And the penalty gave him a first down where if it would have been no penalty, they'd have been kicking a field goal with like a minute and a half left in the game, giving the Eagles plenty of time to go back and
Yeah.
score.
And they would have had a timeout or two left because I don't think they had used them
Yeah,
all
I
yet.
think they would have had one left, but yeah, and that made it 1st and goal from there, and then they just were able to chew the clock and
Oh, I
basically
know
make the
who.
last play.
This is Jay. Jay's asking that question.
Oh, Jay. Okay.
I mean, it didn't ultimately decide the game, but I just because the rest of the
It,
game,
it didn't hurt. I mean, it didn't hurt.
there's 900 more plays and instances in the game where it decides it. Like, I didn't have a dog in this fight. I could have gave two shits who won the game, to be honest. I mean, I lost $50 because the Eagles lost. But I'm still owed $100 from my Cowboy Packer bet earlier in the year, so that I haven't collected on yet.
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right. I do. I do.
Yeah.
It might be next Christmas before he gets his
So,
money. I don't
just want to throw that out in the universe.
When he
real
said they
quick,
would have been in
like-
field goal range anyway, but that doesn't really. It's,
Yeah,
it's the
it's-
time on
it's
the
the
clock.
time- the time
Because
frame
they
of
ended
it,
up with
yeah.
8 seconds left
and
after all
Jalen
said and
Hurts
done.
threw that
That
long
horrible
60-yard bomb that went 20 yards in the air.
Yeah, I meant to go back and look and see if somebody touched his arm, but I mean he's throwing 50-yard dimes the whole game, and then he couldn't get it past the 50-yard
Yeah.
line, and yeah.
So yeah, the only thing for me with that was it allowed them to burn the more clock. I would have rather seen them kick the field goal. Either way, they're getting the field goal.
Yeah.
And from that distance here, he missed a
I mean,
field goal
Butker
from
wasn't-
earlier in the game.
yeah.
The field conditions weren't conducive to kicking from long distance because you had to really plant your foot, and they couldn't.
I think on one of the kickoffs, the kicker almost
Kicker fell
broke
down
his
too,
damn
yeah.
ankle.
Yeah.
So it just would have gave more time. I meant very reminiscent to the dropped pass that Dez had against the Packers
Mhm.
in that one game. That would have, if he would have caught it, yes, they would have scored, but it would have still given Rodgers a minute and a half of time left.
Right.
So
I will say Andy Reid, he gets a lot of criticism for not
eating so much.
yeah, for not time management and not using it properly. So, but in this game, you couldn't fault him because he did everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah, and Pacheco, was it Pacheco?
Pacheco.
That
Yeah.
did a good job.
Oh
not
no, I
scoring
think
the
that was
touchdown.
McKinnon that
McKinnon
slid
did it, yeah.
slid down,
Yeah.
and he, in his defense, that was probably the greatest play he's ever made. But he may not ever be able to say I scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
he also
he
has
did
a
win.
Super Bowl ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So That was a really good
What
play.
would you
for
rather
him.
have, a Super Bowl touchdown or a Super Bowl ring?
I'd rather have
I'd
a ring.
rather have the ring.
And knowing that I saved the game and went down.
You didn't really save the game.
I mean, they ran the clock. That was
Yeah.
they saved the game right
But
there.
they-
Because if he goes
Because if
into
he
the
goes
end
in,
zone,
there's again still a lot of time.
Yeah, there's Emma, but he still could have got the touchdown, and they still could have won.
true.
You don't know.
Yeah, you never know, but he did it. He did it his way.
Jay says I definitely would have taken my touchdown.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but I'm sure everyone in the huddle said it on the play. Do not score. Do not
Right.
go out of bounds.
Yeah.
because we've seen it happen too many times,
Yeah.
even in regular season, where I think it was
We-
Nick Chubb. He went into the end zone, and then the other team goes down the field and drives and scores, and you lose. So
I mean, you've seen it numerous times when the Cowboys play the Packers.
yes,
Cowboys
Score
score,
too
give
early.
Rodgers like 35 seconds left. He marches them down and scores and wins the game.
well, we saw it. What was it last year between the Chiefs and the Bengals
the Chiefs and the
or the Bills?
Bills, yeah.
I mean,
They scored like 3 touchdowns in the last like minute and a half of the
Yeah.
game between the two teams.
yeah, you don't want to get. And Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball quite well, so I mean, you don't want to give
Until
him
the
a
last
minute.
play.
Well, yeah. You don't want to give them any more time than you have to, and they did a really good job. Gave them 8 seconds, and that was the end of the
Yeah.
game.
All right, so let's shift gears real quick. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. So he re-aggravated his ankle injury close to, I believe, halftime, and he was visibly hurt as he sat on the sideline the last few minutes before half. At halftime, Mahomes wanted to address his teammates before he actually got treatment for his ankle. He was not happy about how subdued his team was, and in a speech to his team, he told them to pick up their energy and be themselves. So now his ankle is actually at the center of controversy. Everybody wants to know what happened. He was visibly hurt before the half. He comes back and he's just running all over the place. His movement on the field, he was like almost like Superman-like. So what did happen to Mahomes in that locker room, and what will the repercussions be?
There will be none. This is all fake news. It came from a Twitter handle at @S_Charles NFL. It was viewed 2 million times, which started the conspiracy and the rumor, and it was all fake news. He never failed a drug test for peds. It was just all fake.
So you think he just had this miraculous
Well, I'm sure they shot him
healing?
up with something. I mean, you get a cortisone shot or whatever and tape it back up. I mean, it's a high ankle sprain. Your adrenaline's kicking. You're still going to play.
You just play through it.
And yeah, I mean, it did look like they may have done something stupid, but I mean, I feel like Patrick Mahomes just wanted it. He wanted it more than anybody else on that field.
Trevor is like,
Well,
not
go ahead, Trevor.
buying your
Go ahead.
bullshit.
No. The only thing, the first thing I want to say, because this is what I was going to start with, but your dumbass is the one that brought
I
this
know I
topic to
did.
the table, and now you're shooting down your own topic
I know.
because you realized it wasn't a checked mark Twitter
That's what
handle
I'm
that you got
Exactly.
the
He's
news
the
from.
one that brought
He
this
brought this.
up.
He
and
brought it up.
was,
He's like, "Did you hear
spicing it
Patrick
up."
Mahomes?
I
Patrick
know.
Mahomes failed the drug test, this and that, like
understand what
speaking it like
happened.
it's real news." And he's like, "Yeah, this isn't even real news. This is fake." Like,
I just wanted to bring it up so,
You know
so
what?
we
Check your
could
damn
clear
sources.
the
I
air.
always have to tell
I just
him
want to clear the
this.
air.
check your sources.
Yeah, I
I did.
always have to tell
Hold
him
on, wait.
that.
Have you listened? So we're gonna go on the check because I go on tangents, but we're gonna the check your sources thing. So Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee thing.
Where he
And-
said you don't know anything.
You don't know anything because
Adam
you're part of the
Schefter.
inner circle and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, check your fucking sources. Ask the questions, like Aaron
I did.
Rodgers said.
I asked y'all the questions, did my research, and I found out the
Yeah,
truth.
you did your research on your own research and found out your own
Exactly.
research was bullshit.
I never researched it.
I didn't
just saw it.
understand. Like I was so hyped up for that topic, and then you
he
just
brings it
flake
up and
on
just
me?
shoots it down.
What the hell?
So there's 3 possible scenarios. So I'm gonna go devil's advocate here. 3
Okay.
possible scenarios. The injury was faked to be scripted for the NFL to draw more attention to the Super Bowl and make it more dramatic.
I believe that more than anything.
I believe that.
1, 2. The injury was overblown just to make him look like more of a
Superman.
hero. 3.
That's possible.
Adrenaline. Adrenaline will get you through a lot of fucking
It
shit.
sure will.
100%. 100%. Same way, a mom can pick up a car over top of their kid, something like that. The adrenaline of I'm Patrick Mahomes, 100 million people are watching me right now,
And I'm just gonna play through the pain.
and I'm getting chased by a 300-pound lineman. I can run faster. You're
I'd
getting
run
chased
too
by a
if I
big
was
ass guy
being
that
chased
wants to
by
run,
300
that wants to tackle you.
It's just like somebody running from the cops.
Yeah, or somebody running from the
gone.
cocaine bear.
Oh, yeah, the cocaine bear. I
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
wait to
we're
see
gonna
that.
talk about the cocaine bear because I have some thoughts
Oh
on
shit,
that.
I jumped into the petty segment, huh?
Yeah,
I
you
like
kind
this.
of did. So I want to give a
I didn't
couple
even
shout
know.
outs real quick. Harry, welcome back to 12 Pack.
Is that
He says-
Oklahoma Harry?
Yep. He said, look who's back. He believes he got juiced up in the locker room.
He might have. He might have taken his estrogen shot and came back out on the field.
Like he's gonna have a baby?
No, have you ever heard his voice?
Yes. Sounds
Exactly.
like Kermit the Frog.
Shout out to a couple of viewers. EA, thanks for viewing. Ray, what's up? Linda, she says she can't stand Patrick. I don't think a lot
His
of people
wife and his
can.
brother are much worse.
Yeah. they
Oh
are.
yeah, for sure.
His wife and his brother.
I compare Patrick to Kermit the Frog. He looks like Kermit the Frog to me, and so that means
He
that
sounds
his
like it, too.
wife,
He does.
His
Sound
Miss
who is
Piggy?
blonde, is Miss Piggy.
She's very skinny, but she's very
Annoying?
Her brother is, or their
His
his
brother
brother
is
is.
like
Jackson Mahomes.
What's the
Yeah.
one that does the drums on the Muppets? Monster, not Monster. What is his name?
I haven't watched the Muppets.
I haven't watched
in
it,
a
but
long
you know who I'm
time.
talking
No.
about, the one that's
Groucho?
crazy.
I didn't even know there's fucking drums in the Muppets.
Yeah, he does the drums
Animal.
or something. Animal. Yeah, his brother's Animal.
I had to go through my Muppet list.
Yep.
You know, my Rolodex.
Jay says definitely adrenaline. Ain't no way he faked the pain in his face on national TV like that. Have you seen
Oh,
his
Favre was
State
pretty
Farm
good at faking
commercials?
his pain.
Definitely not an actor.
I'm not saying he's winning any awards for his acting, but the NFL probably put him through
He won a
classes
Super
to make
Bowl.
the script.
I mean, he's already been through classes. He's,
He's
on
been,
State Farm.
he's
so,
been,
you
yeah,
know.
he's been through acting classes. That's how they make the
He
script
did
work
bath
out.
bombs.
Who was it that came out to the NFL scripted? Like Chris Johnson or some bullshit?
Yeah. I mean, he does
So-
a jazz. He has a jazz bath. I mean, come on,
A what?
jazz,
Jazz
bath.
bath. His State Farm commercials. He does a jazz bath with the bath
I
bombs.
fucking watch TV. I don't know.
Oh,
So he doesn't watch.
no,
TV.
he doesn't watch. Alexis is on. You can give her your
I
shout
gave her a
out.
shout out at the beginning.
I don't
It's-
think she was on when you
well-
said the
well,
shout out.
Congrats, Alexi. You
You.
won. Your team won. I'll give you a shout out. Thank you. Very good. You called it.
God,
Way
words
to
are
go.
escaping you right now.
They are
aren't
because
not?
it just pains me to
You
say
are
it, but
pains.
stuttering like a mofo.
it pains me to say it. I'm sorry, but congratulations. You won. You're the winner. Chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, some final thoughts on the Super Bowl. Trevor, what are your final thoughts on the Super Bowl?
This was probably one of the least memorable Super Bowls, honestly, in the last quite some time.
So you don't think it's one of the best? Because I when I'm on
I do not.
social media, they're talking about, oh, this could be the best Super Bowl ever,
So
which is dumb to me. I mean, your team, your favorite. When your team
Yeah.
wins, it's going to be your favorite.
what
but-
was last year's Super Bowl, John?
Shit.
We only watched half of it. We
I know.
left at
Oh, it's
halftime.
Cincinnati and 49ers. Or not 49ers, Rams.
Rams. I think that was a better Super Bowl.
Well, my favorite was the Tennessee and Rams.
That bullshit one?
Yeah, it ended at the
You know what
very
the best
end.
Super Bowl was?
Well, when Denver beat Green Bay was the
No.
best Super Bowl.
Broncos Seahawks.
No, screw you. I know why you're saying that.
Lexus says Denver Ponies are back next year. LOL.
Well, we'll get
Yeah.
into that in a little
Back
bit.
taken in the ass.
I do like that Jalen Hurts tied the rushing TD record with Terrell Davis.
Yeah, it's good to see some Alabama quarterbacks getting some props in the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Yeah, you could call him an Alabama quarterback, even
Whoa.
though they benched him and let him transfer out to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma showed him how to throw the ball. But, and I don't even care about that right now, but he had the better passing stats. He had that one fumble, and he had 3 rushing touchdowns. So
Harry says, speaking of Oklahoma and the alma mater, hats off to Creed Humphreys, 0 sacks in the Super Bowl.
both offensive lines did very well. Jalen Hurts did record 1 sack, but it's because he ran out of.
Jalen
Out of-
Hurts recorded a sack. Who did
Well,
he tackle?
the Chiefs recorded 1.
Oh.
And it was because he ran out of bounds before the line of scrimmage. I mean, it wasn't an actual sack, but it counts.
Harry, the Cowboys are off the table tonight. We're not discussing the Cowboys. We're still in our feelings.
He said they need a 3rd wide receiver.
We could talk about Cowboys.
No,
Yeah, we can. We
No,
still
no.
have time. I
No,
mean,
no.
I mean,
no,
we
no.
can add them to the
No,
next
no.
story.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
you don't want to talk Cowboy football?
We're good.
All your Cowboy fans
Coming up
on?
after we talk football, we are going to talk about the halftime show, the Super Bowl commercials, and some of the highlights that I saw during, in between the plays. So we're going to get into that during the petty segment, which we're bringing back after football. So next topic, we've got the quarterback carousel. Lots of potential changes in the quarterback role throughout the NFL, and I'm interested to hear who might be the potential quarterback for some of the teams that could be looking for a quarterback change. So,
You got your list?
do
I
you
got
both
my
have your list? Because we're not going off on tangents here. I don't need a
Oh,
long,
I got mine. I just spit 'em
drawn-out
out. Bam, bam, bam.
answer.
I got a list of the teams.
Oh, you're so unprepared.
Hey, don't worry about it.
You're unprepared. This
I'm
is
gonna have
your
I'm gonna
topic.
have much better answers than
Oh, my
dumbass over
goodness.
there.
Oh,
anyway, so-
okay.
All right, so rapid fire. I'm gonna throw out a team and quickly.
Are you gonna go in order of our list? Or are you gonna go all over the place?
No, I'm gonna go in the order of the list
Okay,
you gave
that
me.
Makes it easier.
I need to hear what quarterback you feel is the best fit for that team. So first up, 49ers. Trevor?
Brock. Oh, go ahead.
Trey Lance.
No, it's gonna be Brock Purdy with Trey Lance backing him up.
Brock Purdy won't be ready by the beginning of the year.
Well, he's still gonna end up being the starting quarterback
Not when Trey Lance.
as soon as he's ready, because Trey Lance hasn't proven anything except he can get hurt too.
Neither is Brock Purdy.
He's 6-0. What was Trey Lance's record before he got hurt?
3-1.
Okay, 6-0 is a lot better than 3-1. I don't think 3-1 was right.
I don't fucking know. I don't follow.
think it was like
49ers.
1 and
You're
2.
the stat
Stupid.
assassin. You're supposed to know these
I know.
things.
Come on, bro.
That's like saying no.
I mean, we still agree the same two quarterbacks are gonna
So,
be there.
so in your math, then Cooper Rush should start for the Cowboys because he had a better record than Dak Prescott.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Dak
No
led the league in
Cowboys
interceptions.
I'm just going by your math skills.
All right,
there.
next team
I got you.
on the dock.
Hey, by the way, the Denver Broncos are still undefeated in 2023. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So are
Jay made sure I
99%
remember
of the
that.
teams
So is
in the
Pittsburgh.
NFL. So is Green Bay.
Okay.
No, Green Bay lost
Speaking
to Detroit.
of Green Bay, Packers. Who's the best fit for the Packers?
Jordan Love.
So you think Aaron Rodgers is out?
Oh, we'll get to that later. But yeah, Jordan Love is going to be the new quarterback at the Green Bay
have,
Packers.
They have to play him this year because it's his last year of
On
his
his-
rookie deal.
yep.
They have to see what they have in him.
So,
So-
are they going to bench Aaron
No, they're
Rodgers
either going to trade
No,
him
he's
or he's
getting
going to
traded.
retire. That's
during
it.
his darkness retreat?
After his darkness,
He's
after
figuring
his
that out
darkness
during his-
retreat, which starts I think today.
I think tonight.
Yeah,
I
something
hope
like
they
that.
do it over Twitter, so that way he finds out after his darkness retreat.
No, because he has final say. He can not go.
He doesn't have a no trade clause though.
I know, but he can.
He can
refuse.
retire.
Yeah,
But
But
he
then
said
that-
it wants to be mutual on both sides.
yeah, and I agree with that. And I say they trade him to the
Well,
team that we're gonna say.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
yes.
Probably got the
uh,
same team.
Jordan Love all day.
Jordan Love to the Packers. Raiders.
I have Jimmy G to the Raiders. Wouldn't cost him any draft picks, and he's not going to be as expensive as, say, a Derek Carr was or some of the other big names, Aaron Rodgers or anybody like that. Jimmy G.
Jimmy G to the Raiders.
That's probably
Trevor?
the stupidest answer I've ever heard.
That's okay. You can call my answer
I'm
stupid.
not gonna lie. That's fucking dumb.
That's okay.
I really didn't have an
He's
answer.
still better than anybody else they have
I
there.
didn't really have an answer for this, but I went with Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, okay.
Is he still playing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to
I-
stay in Tennessee, by the way.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
They're not going to keep him there.
That's the dumbest answer I've ever heard.
There's no good answer for the Raiders because
There really isn't.
They're gonna do something fucking stupid.
and they don't have a lot of money.
And they don't have any draft picks.
Well, that's why you can't. I mean, it has to be somebody
Yeah,
who's
Tannehill,
just-
who will be a free agent.
well,
Jay
okay.
says Baker to the Raiders.
No, I got Baker going somewhere else. But okay.
Baker's just at home taking it in the ass. Nobody cares about Baker.
Oh.
No, Cliff Kingsbury's in Thailand
Yeah.
taking it in
All
the
right.
ass.
All
What do we
right.
got next?
Next one. Dolphins.
I'll start here. This one.
Go ahead.
Tua.
Tua stays.
Tua.
Tua
They're
ain't
going
going
to
away.
give Tua another year.
He needs the 6 months to recover
As
from his.
long-
think that
if he has
he's
another
getting-
concussion, he's done.
Yeah, that's what I was
He's going to
thinking.
Troy Aikman and pussy his way out of the league. And I meant Troy Aikman is immortalized for being part of the best three teams, three
Dallas
of the
has
best
ever put
10
together.
teams in the NFL history. But Troy Aikman was a piece of shit as a quarterback, and Tua hasn't proven anything, but a head injury could derail a career.
Yeah, I believe Tua's be. He's going to be there. I mean, he had a decent year while he was on the field. So
Yeah, as long
If
as
he could just stay healthy.
yeah.
Well, there's only
it's
so
not
many
even
times
his
your
health.
head can hit the turf before you. I mean, if every
I think we should
if
test
every,
that theory
if
with
every
you.
third day I just spear you to the ground and your head bangs against the turf.
Yeah.
We'll see how quickly you stand up again.
Let's
and keep
test
going.
that with Trevor.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Steel trap right there. Ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Jay says Miami needs to trade for Lamar Jackson, Tua, and 2 picks.
God, that'd be the worst fucking trade in the world. But we'll get to that in a minute. Why would you trade your quarterback for a running back?
Well, that's the way.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Bears.
Justin Field is going to be there. I know they have the #1 draft pick, but either they're going to trade it away and get some more picks to somebody that wants Bryce Young more than Houston, but I believe Justin Fields stays there and they do something stupid.
I am the most hated. I hate the Bears more than almost as much as
Well,
the
yeah,
Cowboys.
they're in your division.
Almost as much as the Cowboys. I only hate the Cowboys because I live here and I got to deal with all their bullshit. But yeah, Justin Fields stays.
Mhm.
They trade back. They gain an extra first round this year, an extra first round next year, and they trade back and they build for the future. 100%.
Okay. Next up, Jets. Jets.
Go ahead, you go first. I know who you're gonna say.
Rodgers. Rodgers is going to do the exact fucking same thing as Brett Favre did.
Hey, just so you know, what does that say?
We did not compare notes at all here.
Rodgers to follow in Brett Favre's footsteps.
Yeah, 100%. Except for he's not going to sue the state of Mississippi and all that other bullshit that
I
Favre's
think they're
going
suing
through.
him, aren't
No,
they?
Favre's got lawsuits open up that he's suing people now too.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Favre was amazing as a quarterback. Piece shit outside the world.
Maybe Favre should have took some of that shit Aaron Rodgers does. That cleansing.
Rodgers is a fucking phenomenal quarterback. Piece of shit outside of the world.
Yeah.
Out of football. So yes, no, the Jets will mortgage their future for a win now quarterback, and the Packers will get maybe a first and 2 seconds for him or something like that. So
Okay, so Jacob thinks Derek Carr's going to the
I
Texans.
was gonna do the Texans
And
next.
Jay
but
said
yeah.
the Cowboys need to put Jerry in assisted living care.
Okay, I wasn't gonna read that comment
I will.
because we're not talking about the Cowboys.
Oh.
The Cowboys are off the table.
Okay.
Next up, the Patriots.
Is it my turn?
sure.
Mac Jones. He ain't going nowhere.
What about Billy Zappi?
Billy Zappi's going to back him up until Mac Jones screws up.
Okay.
I do like Billy Zappi, but Mac Jones is going to get the starting nod.
Billy Zappi was
Efficient.
no, hold on. Billy Zappi
But do you
was
really want efficient on
Billy
your team?
Zappi was Brock Purdy before Brock Purdy was Brock Purdy.
True.
They were the same fucking player put in a system to not screw up, and they didn't screw up. But you ain't gonna win shit with that.
That's why I got Mac Jones.
I know. I'm just saying the same reason why I don't think Brock Purdy's. There's a reason why Brock Purdy was a fucking quarterback at Iowa.
Iowa State.
Either one. It's fucking Iowa. Name another thing in Iowa besides Iowa Hawkeyes and Iowa State Cyclones.
Corn.
It's fucking cornfields.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why Larry Bird was great at basketball, because he came from fucking Indiana. There's nothing in Indiana either. You get set in your ways and you learn how to do shit. Same thing as Wisconsin. I'm a professional
What's in Wisconsin?
professional
Badgers and
drinking.
cheese.
Serial killers.
Drinking.
Serial killers.
Drinking
Serial
cheese.
You
and
guys
cereal
have more
killers.
than Indiana and Iowa. You got
Of
you
what,
got
serial
serial
killers?
killers, cheese, beer drinking,
That's all you
and
need.
badgers
Sausage.
and sausage. Yeah.
John takes just as much sausage as the next
You know
guy.
what? We're not going there.
Trevor's a sausage king.
So yes, I'm also a Mac Jones fan. You got to figure out what you have in him. You got him for 2 more years to decide, so you got to figure it out.
Matt Patricia gotta go.
Jay says, wait, chill, don't disrespect Indy, straight out of Gary over here. We got steel mills too.
The fuck you defending Indiana for? I've been to Gary, Indiana. I've driven through there many times. That's nothing to brag about.
Hey, it's
That's
their
like
home.
saying I'm from fucking Cleveland. No one brags about being from Cleveland.
No, hell no.
You're in the same boat as Cleveland and Gary, Indiana. Just saying. You're like because Gary, Indiana is basically like the butthole of Chicago. It's like the rundown of Chicago.
Which is very
It's like
bad
the
anyway.
ass leakage of Chicago. You
He
know
says we got Michael Jackson, bro.
You're not helping. I don't think you're moving. You're not moving the needle. The needle's not moving.
We got Michael Jackson. We're good.
All right, next up.
I got fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy.
Yeah, you
Bring
do.
it.
And what's the guy off Netflix too? You got him too.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No.
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein?
No,
I got Ed Gein.
I can't remember.
I got everybody.
There's a bunch of
How
them.
to Make a Murder or something. No.
Oh, the guy from Two Rivers.
Yes.
They're from there. They're from
Yes.
Wisconsin too. Oh yeah,
Yep.
we got them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have the Patriots. No, we
No,
already
the
did the
Ravens.
Patriots. Excuse me, the Ravens. The Ravens.
Your turn?
Tyler Huntley.
Wow. Okay.
They're gonna franchise Lamar and trade Lamar.
Okay. I have it. Lamar
I
may
got
move to Atlanta
Oh, I got a better.
for 3 first-round picks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just hear me out.
If that happens, I will cheer for the Cowboys next year if they get 3 first-round picks for Lamb Jack.
Ultimately, I think he stays in Baltimore. They have to come up with a deal because they can't franchise tag him. They really don't have the cap space. I think they're $30 million in the red, and if they franchise him, it's for $45 million. Yeah, that's the average right now, 40 to 45, somewhere in there.
I don't know.
And that just isn't going to happen. So they have got to come up with a deal to keep him there. If not, I think they trade him to Atlanta for a bunch of first-round picks. But I ultimately, I think he stays there.
Excuse me, sorry.
You don't think they burned that bridge already?
If you franchise him, yes, you burnt that bridge.
QB franchise tag is $32.4 million
For this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a little more. No, there's 2 different franchise tags, though.
32.4.
That's the unprotected one.
Can you check your sources, please?
NFL set salary cap at 28. QB franchise tag is $32.4 million.
I don't need you to read me the article.
Okay, well, I read that there was a unprotected one for 32, and then the protected
There's
one
a
is
transition tag as well.
40 to 45 million.
Yeah.
So
The
I don't know, but either
linebacker
way, they
one-
don't have that much cap space.
The transition takes 29. The franchise takes 32.
Okay.
All right, next up, the Colts.
The Colts.
skipped one.
You
You're
skipped
going in
one. You
different
did.
order.
Did I?
Titans.
I did, sorry. Titans. Sorry, let's talk about the Titans.
I say they stay with Ryan Tannehill. They don't have many other options out there.
I got an option for you.
Go ahead.
Lamb Jack.
Lamb Jack, the backup. Who the hell's
Lamar
that?
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh, you think he's gonna go there?
Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, they're a run first team.
I mean, anything's possible, but
They got-
I think they could stay with Tannehill. That's my opinion.
Tannehill is a bum ass
I know he is.
motherfucker.
We got a
That's why I say he's
bunch
going
of-
to. That's
We
why I
got
say.
a bunch of bum ass motherfuckers out
That's
there.
why I
but
say he's going to the Raiders because the
I
Raiders
think we
are
should
stupid.
count our F-bombs again. I think we should bring that back because y'all just be dropping.
somebody
them tonight.
said worst thing I heard all day. Tyler Huntley ain't doing shit for Baltimore, but I would take it because that's one less team my Steelers will have to worry about.
I'm not saying he's going to be any good. I'm just saying I think they burned the bridge with Lamb Jack, and I think they're going to franchise him and trade him.
Who nicknamed him Lamb Jack?
Trevor just
Is
did.
that
Lamar
just-
Jackson. You never heard that before?
No.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, Lamb Jack.
Did he do that or did you
No,
just do that?
I
'Cause
did not
that's
just
a
make
dumb
up. I
name.
didn't make it up.
That's a dumb name.
It shortens both his names and puts them together. If I said Lamar, you could be thinking Lamar Ball.
But would
LeVar
I though?
Ball. Fuck, I screwed that
Yeah,
up.
you messed that all up. Anyway.
Would I though? I mean, we're talking about football. Would I?
Yeah,
Okay.
if-
Anyway, what's next? We're blowing things up here.
Colts.
Jay
Oh,
said Titans are a poor man's Ravens. They don't have any receivers, just a running game. Why are you
What did I
breaking
just
the
say?
mic?
Okay.
I'm just saying, yeah, and and you bring in Lamb Jack to go with Derrick Henry,
I'm gonna need you to stop
You-
saying that.
Lamb Jack
Yeah.
and D Hen. That one I coined right there.
Oh.
So,
Oh my God! I think show might be over. I
Show's
don't know.
over.
But anyway,
all right,
HR is gonna cancel us
Colts.
again. Colts. Let's talk about the Colts, guys.
draft.
Another Indianapolis team, right?
That's the
Indiana.
only Indianapolis team, but if there's another one, let me know about it.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
you know.
Yeah, that Gary doesn't have a team. They're too piss poor.
I think they're gonna end up with C.J. Stroud.
I think they're going to be draft. They're
I
going to go
think-
draft because they've tried veteran,
And it hasn't
it's
worked
been Phillip was okay, and
For a
then
little while, yeah.
well they got him to playoffs,
Yeah.
and then it was shit myself, fire the coach, new coach, they go and draft.
Now they got another new coach, but yes.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
Julie, do you concur?
I concur.
All right,
Jay says not D-hen with a bunch of laughing. Alexa says I can see the Henry Jackson combo.
Okay.
All right,
I
next
I
up.
didn't even hear it. I just made that shit up myself. Like
That's
I,
pretty
I
good.
think that'd be a good combo. Like
I mean, it would. I mean, a lot of teams are. I mean,
you fake it to Henry up the middle, you naked bootleg it with Lamb Jack around the middle. When D Hen goes up the middle, you good all day.
I mean it's
And
kind of
you
what
got the
Philly
best two
did all year.
nicknames in the NFL.
Philly kind of did that all year.
D-hen and Lamb Jack.
Yeah.
D-hen and Lamb. Why don't we just call him Din?
No, D Hen.
That doesn't make
That's
sense.
stupid.
That's stupid.
Okay,
fuck
that's
you
stupid.
talking about?
Lamb Jack's not
All right,
stupid.
next
I
up.
didn't make up Lamb. You've never heard Lamb Jack?
No,
No.
before?
we've never heard Lamb Jack before.
I thought he was a rookie that you're bringing up. I didn't know who the hell he was.
Do you guys know what the outside world is like?
We do. Do
Why
you?
can't we call him Marson?
What?
Marson. Lamar Jackson. Marson.
Get the fuck out of here. You're stupid.
All right, next up, we've got
Hickory.
the Texans. So Jacob thinks that Derek Carr should go to the Texans, and he says Matt Patricia got to go though.
Okay, totally wrong.
Matt Patricia's in
I don't know where.
Patriots. He's a Patriots offensive.
Yeah, he was the
coordinator.
offensive
Oh,
coordinator.
maybe I
last
read that
year.
comment
Matt
wrong. I'm
Patricia
sorry.
needs to be shot in the head and taken out to pasture.
Easy, bro.
No, Matt Patricia is.
Easy.
He tried to do it with the Lions, didn't work out. Now
Yeah.
he's in New
He's
England.
not an
it's
offensive
working
coordinator.
out.
He's like a
He's a
assistant
DC
to the assistant special teams jock washing coach, basically.
He washes their jocks.
He's
What
the
is
assistant
wrong
to the guy
with
that.
him tonight?
Matt Patricia's not good. The only thing he's good at is having a pencil behind his ear.
And throwing his clipboard.
Okay.
Exactly. Anyway,
Jacob
Texans.
thinks Derek Carr should go to the Texans. What do you guys think?
It's your turn.
Texans. I say they give Davis Mills 1 year with the new coach.
Okay, Davis Mills may stay there, but I think they're going to draft Bryce
They may
Young.
draft, but I think they're going to give Davis Mills the year.
And they may, but I think they're going to go after Bryce Young. They have the second pick. If
Somebody's
Chicago
gonna
doesn't
leapfrog
fuck that up,
Chicago traded.
well, I know, and they'll pick up Bryce Young, so they end up with
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud. But they're going to draft a quarterback in this draft, and then maybe
I
Davis
gotta keep
Mills
track of
starts.
quarterbacks, I'm
So,
saying.
but yeah, we're kind of on the same page there. But they have to draft somebody. I don't think Davis Mills is going to be the answer.
You
Kat,
never know.
Kat says you're harsh. That you're being a little harsh.
On what? What am I being harsh
I
about?
guess
Matt
everything
Patricia
out of
being shot
She
out and
says,
sent to
"Trevor,
the
you
field, or
is-
And she
whatever.
called me Trevor. She didn't even call me Teabag.
I know.
That-
Because she
really
doesn't really know you as Teabag, though. I think she knows you as Trevor.
That's true.
My friends know you as Trevor.
Everybody knows me. as
What we got next?
Next up, the Washington Commanders.
Okay, this is where Jacob got it all screwed up. This is where Derek Carr is going to end up. Sam Howell's going to be the backup, and Derek Carr is going to take the helm. They got a few pieces in place already. A will not be any worse than anybody they have had in the past 4 years, 5 years.
I think this is off the top of my head because I completely forgot to write down what quarterbacks I was doing as I was talking. So I forgot a quarterback in the mix. I'm gonna go with the Red Rocket.
Who the hell is that?
Jimmy G?
The Red Rocket.
I don't know who the hell the Red Rocket is.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton is your starting quarterback?
Yes. Washington's a shit show.
I know. That's why I think they go after Derek Carr. He's going to clean it up.
Fuck, I forgot about Jimmy G too.
I said Jimmy G is my first one.
I had a team
Jacob
for Jimmy
said
G.
Red Rifle.
Damn it, that's right, Red Rocket.
No wonder. You were thinking of your...
Thank you, Jacob.
Look at our fans out there correcting the stat assassin.
Look, everybody said Red Rifle. Dude, what the fuck?
That's
You're,
what I was like. Who are you talking
Red
about?
Rocket, Red Rifle.
you're effing it up,
It's
bro.
all the same, right?
In Trevor's mind, it is. Okay, you got Red
Who'd you
Rifle,
say
and I
for-
got Derek Carr.
Yeah, I got the Red Rocket.
All right. Now that Mr. Tom Brady is gone,
Thank God.
the
I
Cowboys
bought-
gave him his retirement papers. You're
I
welcome.
bought a vase of his sand that he retired on for $10K.
You're welcome
I'm glad you
for,
did.
for giving him his retirement papers. Who's going to take over in Tampa Bay?
Somebody said you like Red Rockets.
Kyle motherfucking Trask.
Not a bad pick.
That was a little aggressive.
Kyle motherfucking Trask. Is that better?
The tone,
I-
yes.
Believe it's going to be Baker Mayfield. He's going to find his new temporary home in Tampa.
Okay, that
I'm
is.
trying to figure out if Olivia's trying to send me like danger signs or something. She keeps writing on my run sheet over.
But I think
I'm just gonna
they
say,
are
I'm-
$50 million in the red for cap space, so they got to get somebody cheap.
There.
I'm gonna.
Baker's not going to cost a lot.
I'm gonna correct my previous statement from earlier.
Oh,
that said
now it's the dumbest
that
pick
that
ever.
was John's dumbest statement ever, and he has now trumped his last one with Baker Mayfield.
Hey, that's okay. You say what you,
You
want.
think Baker's gonna go to Tampa Bay?
Yes.
I'm gonna need another ride home.
The Rams don't need him.
You ain't getting it from me.
I can't ride with him home.
He's dumb.
He's better than Trask
The
and Gabbert.
Rams aren't trying for him. He's with the Chargers.
No, he's not.
Yes,
That's
he
true.
is.
I said the wrong quarterback for the Raiders.
Baker Mayfield is with the Chargers,
He's with
not
the Rams.
Rams.
He's with the
He's with the
Rams.
Rams.
He
Aren't
finished
they
their
the
season.
ones with the
No,
That's the Rams. The
that's
Rams have
Rams.
horns. Chargers have lightning bolts.
They have the same. They have like the same helmet.
Stadium.
I get them
yeah,
confused.
SoFi.
Yeah, they play in the same
They
stadium.
play in the same. See, I was not
The
far.
Chargers have
Justin Herbert.
Justin Sherbert.
Okay.
I
Gerbert.
love Sherbert.
Gerbert.
Sherbert.
But yeah, Baker Mayfield to the Bucks.
I need to recorrect. I got to correct 2 of my statements from previous.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So,
Real quick, not Tannehill to the Raiders, Jimmy G to the Raiders. Because
Josh McDaniels
Josh
and Jimmy
McDaniels
G
and
back
Jimmy
together. I
G.
can see that.
And then Tannehill to Washington, not the Red
I don't
Rocket.
see that one. But okay.
Jacob said Jameis back to the Bucks, and Alexis said Baker's with the Rams. She's correcting me. Thank you, Alexis. I'm just
Alexis, you're probably the smartest female we've talked to in a minute. here.
Really?
No, I'm just playing. I don't even know who Alexis is.
we had an agreement.
Hey, hold on.
I'm
Jameis
calling
can't go
HR.
back to the Bucks. They can't afford his ass right now. They're $50 million in the red.
Jameis,
His contract. I don't think his contract's up yet.
no, he had
So they'd have to
LASIK,
take
so
on
he's
all that
probably going to
money.
be one of the best quarterbacks next year because he had LASIK.
Oh, did he? Nice. Okay.
Anyway,
Anyways, moving on.
Carolina.
Carolina
can we nickname
Panthers.
Can we nickname Jameis Winston J Wins?
No,
That's dumb.
that's
Why not?
dumb.
Oh, okay.
Just
All right.
like all your other names, all your other nicknames.
Not as
are
bad as
dumb.
Lambjack. I mean, come
I
on, what
didn't
the
make
fuck?
up Lambjack. Son of a bitch.
All right. Anyway, who's
I'm gonna
next?
have to Google that. Carolina Panthers.
This is where Jacoby Brissett ends up.
If Jacoby Brissett starts week 1 next year, besides being from an injury replacement, I will not watch a single NFL game next year.
Write
love
that
it.
down.
Jacoby Brissett, I would rather have the Red Rocket slinging it around all day than Jacoby Brissett. Just saying.
He's gonna end up in Carolina. Who do you got in Carolina?
It don't matter. That's a shit
He's looking
show.
up Lambjack right now just to prove me wrong. He's Googling Lambjack.
All right, he doesn't care.
I don't. I just.
This is what happens
Car-
when you don't do all
Carol-
your homework.
I did do my homework.
You don't even know which quarterbacks are out there.
I know. I didn't write it down. That was my bad. Okay. Carolina is gonna. Who they got? They got Sam Howell. No,
Yes.
that's no.
No.
They have Corral.
Washington has Sam
They
Howell.
have Corral. Matt
Yeah.
Corral. I think they give Matt Corral a shot. Week 1, I think he starts.
Okay.
You got to see what you got to do. Rookie you took in the first round.
I got you, but
And why not? It's the first year coach. You draft a replacement in case he doesn't work.
you know who else could end up here? Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley's a Pro Bowler. They're not trading him from.
Why not? They don't need him. They got Lambjack.
No, Tyler Huntley's gap between his teeth is too big, so Carolina won't take him.
He's just straight-handing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can we
Straight-handed.
move on? We
Yeah,
have
go ahead.
we have
Saints.
4 more teams.
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
Saints.
Saints draft a quarterback.
They're drafting.
Yes, the Red Rocket's gone. Maybe
Red
Jameis.
Rifle.
Maybe Jameis. They need to take Taysom Hill out to pasture and put him out.
Well, this is another team that's way bad in the cap.
Well, you know why?
$56 million.
You know why they're bad in the cap?
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
The Saints are gonna pick up Mike White.
Who?
Mike White
From where?
Who?
from the Jets. Because they're gonna get Aaron Rodgers, and they don't need Mike White.
Who?
Mike
Olivia,
White.
can you focus in on Trevor's face real quick? just the look of like.
I am dumbfounded right now. I got to correct a statement from earlier today. Twice now that is literally the dumbest thing. The guy has started 2 games in his career, so they're gonna pick him up, bring him in, not start Taysom, not start Jameis,
We're gonna cut James. We need some
not
money.
bring out the Red Rocket.
No, we're
they're
not
gonna
bringing out
bring
no
in
Red Rocket.
Mike motherfucking White,
Mike motherfucking White.
and he's gonna come in there and be like, Chris Olave, I got your ass. I'm throwing you dimes.
Exactly. You got it all planned out for me. I thank you. I appreciate that.
That's almost as bad as your
Baker
Brissett.
Mayfield?
No, your
Jacoby Brissett
Jacoby Brissett.
to Carolina.
Oh my God.
Hey man, I did my homework. Okay.
I can't handle.
Just wait until this is all done, and
All right.
you'll be like, "Damn, John's a genius."
I'm gonna rewatch this week 1,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna see if you even got one right.
I got my notes, so it doesn't matter.
You can.
Alexis
you know.
says Winston stays a Saint draft a backup, and Hill stays in his role of a tight end.
As Gadget Man.
Winston was hot before the injury.
He's always hot before the injury, but
I never really people find him attractive.
I don't think that's what she meant.
Oh.
well, and if he got injured, it wouldn't be his face. So I mean,
Yeah, I guess so.
he's-
Okay.
he wears a helmet.
Falcons. Let's get to
Falcons. Let's move on. Falcons.
Desmond Ritter.
Draft.
I mean, they could draft, but
I think they draft and Desmond Ritter gets run off the building.
think so.
Yeah.
Well.
He's like Malik Willis in Titanland. I think he's just a dud.
All right, Seahawks.
Geno Smith is not going anywhere.
They're going to re-sign Geno. Unfortunately, as much as I hate the Seahawks, I think they're going to make a stupid decision and bring back Geno. Geno was a one-hit wonder.
I like Geno there. I don't think he's a one-hit wonder. I think he finally got a chance with the system, and he's going to move on.
All right, now that you've corrected me, now that Alexis has corrected me, the Rams. Baker Mayfield.
Matthew Stafford.
I think Stafford
He's
gets
still
his,
on there.
I think Stafford has his pussy arm fixed,
Yeah.
and he comes back for one more year, and then pussy arm seeks back in, and they get rid of him after this year, and he retires.
He's going to be there for one more
Yeah,
year, though.
I think he
Okay.
gets pussy arm one more year.
Keep saying it. The Lions is our final team for the night.
Go ahead. You know he's staying.
I don't know because they have an out.
They do have an out.
They have an out, and they have a decent draft pick, and they are on the verge of something there.
I believe so, and I believe they're on that verge with Jared Goff.
They are not on the
His
verge of-
resurgence is going to continue.
You know what happened?
All they need is some defense. Hell, they had one of the better offenses for most of the year.
You know what happened the last time Jared Goff had a resurgent year?
Yeah, he got traded.
They went to the Super Bowl, and the next year he
Well, he
shit
tanked.
himself all day, every day.
Yeah.
And he sucked. And it's going to happen again. And I hate the Lions almost as much as I hate the Bears and the Cowboys. But I think they got to move on. They got to draft a replacement. They got to think future because Jared Goff's not your future. That's like saying Dak Prescott's your future.
Well, they think he is.
Sorry, I had to throw Cowboy shade.
I'm ignoring you.
Okay, I'm done now. So yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Even though I
moving
did all
on,
my homework and all my quarterbacks are listed, thank you.
we will-
They might have been
we
dumb.
will-
but
we will
Jacob, oh, you're
fact
dumb.
check you
Mariota's
At
dumb.
the beginning of the season. We'll circle back to this at the beginning of the season and see how correct each one of you are. Because I'll go back and rewatch this and write down your picks.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm just going to leave
Okay.
mine on
All
here. And
Well, Trevor didn't do his
I will be
full
immortalized.
homework for me. So
Oh, I did 100% homework.
You just didn't write it down.
Don't you worry about it.
You
I
didn't
wrote down the
show your
outline.
work.
I wrote down the outline.
You didn't show
Outline.
your
Did
work.
you need some Super Bowl stats? Because I got all those too.
There
No?
were no fucking stats in that Super Bowl. Yeah. What's his nuts rushed for 3? What's his nuts threw for 3? Is what it is.
All right, so
No pick.
even though the Cowboys are off the table, we've decided that the Denver Broncos are not off the table. So amidst a trial and error season for the Denver Broncos, they had a very tumultuous season with the head coach that has fared to not be the best fit for the team, and he was released. He was fired. They acquired a quarterback that cost the farm, which was 3 players, Locke, Harrison Font, and 5 draft picks from 2022 and 2023. And he did not produce as expected. But was it really his fault? Or was the head coach to blame for making bad decisions? So, what do the Broncos do? They replace the head coach, as they probably should, as the quarterback probably couldn't be the problem, right? Broncos have given away 3 draft picks, 2023 and 2024 picks, for the iconic head coach Sean Payton, who retired from the Saints in 2021 and as of lately served as a panelist on Fox NFL Sunday. He is a 1-time Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl 44. So, I'm going to turn to John first because this is your team. Is Sean Payton the answer, and did you give too much for him? You were upset when the Broncos...
No and yes.
Yeah, but he also.
Hold on.
but-
You were upset when the Broncos basically gave away the farm for Russell Wilson, and you weren't really on the side of excitement for Russell Wilson to be on the team. And that kind of carried over through the season, and I'm not a Russell Wilson fan, so I'm not going to speak any praise about him. I think he's trash. I think he's dumpster juice, as other people would coin the phrase.
I've never heard dumpster juice.
You never heard dumpster juice?
No. Lamb, Jack, and me are on the same page on this one.
So, how do you feel about Sean Payton being your new head coach?
I'm going to be as excited as I can, and I may watch more than one game this year. But his overall record in New Orleans with a Hall of Fame type quarterback was 152-89. He was 9-8 in the playoffs with 1 Super Bowl win. He had, I think it was 4 losing seasons, but each of his losing seasons was only 7 and 9, so that's not terrible. He doesn't have a whole lot to work with. He has about $9 million in cap space this year. He's got 6 draft picks. First one in the round 3. Next year's a little better, but I mean, I'm gonna be as hopeful as I can. Maybe he can fix Russell Wilson's problem. I don't know what's going on there, but we just have to wait and see. I wasn't excited about it. I'm still not that excited about it, and I don't know. Coach, I don't know if a coach can fix a bad team that quick. He's not Andy Reid.
So you admit that it's a bad team?
Well, it's not a bad team. We have a bad quarterback right now. He played horrible last year, and if your quarterback's bad, then the rest of your team's going to be bad.
So he didn't
The
play
defense
up
was good.
to your expectations.
The defense was great, but when you only score 12 points a game, it's not going to help.
Yeah.
So,
Want to go to a couple of comments real quick. Jacob, I know you want to hear about the Cowboys, but I'm still in my feelings, so we're not going to talk about the Cowboys. Maybe in a couple weeks we will. Alyssa, she says, how is it fair that we can't talk about the Cowgirls? Because of you. She also said, get rid of Sierra's husband.
well, that ain't happening because
Yeah.
his contract money is way too much.
So, Trevor, was this a good move for the Broncos in your eyes?
Oh, where do you begin on this hot mess of the Broncos?
You know what I will say? It's probably the best move they can make, but I still think they overpaid for him. But go ahead.
One, I don't trade players for coaches.
Mm-mm.
It never works out. 2, quit fucking hating on Russ, okay, you motherfuckers?
You don't trade players for coaches,
Right.
Or draft picks.
What's a draft pick turn into?
I mean, it's
player.
happened 3 times, and each coach did pretty well.
What's a player?
Bill Belichick did it, or New England did it when they got Bill Belichick. What happened there?
Nothing.
They won 6 Super Bowls.
He got lucky with the fucking
Yeah,
quarterback.
he got lucky with the quarterback.
It's happened 3 times, and all 3 times the
He knew
coaches
how
were
to coach
successful.
Tom
So I'm not
Brady.
saying you shouldn't do it. I don't like it, but
When you are being you ass raped yourself. One
with Russ.
with Russ and trading your picks, and Russ wasn't the problem. I don't think.
Are you sure?
I hope you're
I
right.
meant Russ raped the Broncos 4 years prior, 5 years prior in the Super Bowl. Just destroyed them.
Yeah, but I mean, he also had, what is it, the Legion of Boom?
Mhm.
Yeah, he had the Legion of Boom on his side too. So, I mean,
Does Legion of Boom put up 55
He
points?
had the weapons to do that though.
Name one wide receiver
Denver
from that
Broncos
team.
don't have the weapons.
Name one wide receiver from that Seahawks team.
Well, I don't like the Seahawks,
Sean Jackson?
so I don't know.
Try again. That's Eagles.
Then I can't.
Exactly. You can name probably 3 or 4 from the Broncos, right? Broncos have good weapons.
Mm-hmm. Tim Patrick, Courtland Sutton, and
Noah Fant.
no,
Well,
he's
no,
in
they
Seattle.
traded him this
Yeah,
year.
they
They
traded
traded
him.
him this
Seattle
year.
now.
Corlett Sutton, KJ Hamler.
Patrick. Not Patrick. What did I just say?
Cortland Sutton.
Jacob says Doug Baldwin.
There you go. Thank you.
He probably Googled that.
Jermaine Curse. Yeah. But no, I
Kat
meant,
says fuck Russell. He's been overpaid. I'm just saying.
you've been to 2 Super Bowls. You can't be over.
I'm not going to say he was overpaid. I just think we gave away too much for him, and he really shit the bed last year. Whether it was him or the head coach who's been fired. I mean, yeah, you're going to fire the coach over Russ because you can't get rid of him.
The head coach. That was a very bad head coach hire.
Did he have much experience? I can't
He was
remember. Like,
he was a Green Bay
like
Packers
They
quarterback
did it so
coach.
they get Aaron
so a
Rodgers.
quarterback coach.
He was a Green Bay Packers quarterback coach.
So we went from a quarterback coach and trade and
because
made
he
him a
works
head
with
coach.
Aaron Rodgers, who won back-to-back.
And they were trying to court
MVPs.
Aaron Rodgers into coming to Denver, and it
Yeah.
didn't work out.
It's-
So then I guess what we're basically saying is that, you know, it's kind of a wait and see kind of game to see what Sean Payton does.
I mean, if anybody can do it, Sean Payton can.
Really,
So we'll see.
really.
Yeah,
I mean,
he had
had
Drew Brees.
For his entire career, and he won 1 game in the playoffs, only due to trick plays.
Well, they also lost one of the playoff games to a very bad pass interference call. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking
The
about.
look on
The
Trevor's
Rams.
face is right.
The Rams
Vikings.
game.
Wasn't it the Vikings?
It was the Rams.
Was it the Rams? I don't know, one of them.
The Vikings, they got beat because Lattimore couldn't tackle
That's
Stephon
right.
Diggs.
Yeah.
the Minnesota Miracle.
Trevor, do you think that the Broncos gave away too much for Sean Payton?
You give anything for a coach, you give away too much. You're already paying the coach money. You don't need to trade for him. He literally put New Orleans into cap hell and decided, I'm going to retire so I don't have to deal with the mess.
Yeah.
And I still want to coach, so I'm going to let someone else come get me so I can do it all over again. He mortgaged everything to try to get back to the Super Bowl, and did he ever get back to the Super Bowl? No. Because he won the Super Bowl in like year 4 or 5 with the Saints. The next 8 years, he basically ate his own shit because he just kept digging a big hole. And he's going to do the same. And Broncos are already in a hole, so I don't think there's a way out.
All right.
And
Any
he likes
final
Russ.
thoughts?
You know why he likes Russ, right? He went to Wisconsin.
Oh. Okay. Any final thoughts on this?
No.
No? We're good?
Good luck.
Good luck, Broncos.
Yeah, Cowboys are still bad.
Wow. So real quick, we're going to reset. We're going to take a probably 30-second break. Do not leave us, please. I promise we're going to be right back. We're just going to reset real quick. When we come back, we're going to talk about, we have the petty segment, which is my segment. I get to talk about whatever I want to talk about, whether it's sports related or not. And so today's petty segment is going to be about the halftime show. We're going to talk a little bit about Riri and her little announcement, her special guest. And we're going to talk a few Super Bowl commercials. I'm going to give you my ratings on what I thought about the Super Bowl commercials. And I actually did my homework, y'all. That was probably the only thing I watched of the Super Bowl really intently. So give us 30 seconds and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I won't.
Take notes. Take notes.
Always.
Take notes.
Fuck the NBA.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. You're watching 12 Pack. Welcome into our second hour of the show, of our comeback show. We really do appreciate everybody for watching. We've got quite a few fans on the show, so thank you. Shout out to you guys. We could not do this without the love and support of you guys, and so very much appreciated. We look forward to hearing all of your comments when we see you live and in person. At this time, we are going to open up the show with what we call the Petty segment. I am your hostess, Queen Petty. To my right, I have BJ, or Big John, and I have the stat assassin, Teabag, or Trevor, as he is known in the other worlds.
I don't like this getting introduced second bullshit. Just saying it. It is really backwards.
It is. Well, yeah, it is. It is.
'Cause
You don't like it either?
No, it's fine.
Well,
No,
I'll
I-
adjust it later.
No,
whatever.
It's all good.
I'm
just
the
saying.
hostess, and I can do whatever the fuck I want to
you're
do.
right. You
Okay.
can. I don't have a
All
problem
right,
with it.
I don't have a
so
problem. It's just
on
throw me
to
off.
the petty segment. So it was my job to rate the Super Bowl commercials. I did a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 star for some of the commercials that I saw. I saw most of them. I might have missed 1 or 2 when I went to the bathroom, but for the most part, I got. So my 1-star commercials were my least favorite, and I had my reasons. My number 1-star commercial was the Pepsi commercial with Ben Stiller, and that's only because I don't like Ben Stiller. So
Well, that commercial was so memorable. I do not remember it.
he was like,
It doesn't matter.
This is acting, or
Oh,
I
yeah,
could do
yeah, yeah,
this,
yeah.
or I could do that. I can make you believe this.
They did
I
that
can make
twice.
you
There was
believe
another
that.
one that did that too.
Steve Martin,
Steve Martin.
did it as well, and he got a 3-star for me
Okay.
for that one because I actually prefer Steve Martin over Ben Stiller. My
Sexually or for entertainment wise?
for entertainment wise, really.
Just wondering.
My other 1-star was the Squarespace. I didn't understand that commercial. It was with Adam Driver, the guy from Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Kylo
Yeah.
Ren.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Squarespace commercial. Heineken commercial got a 1-star for me. I'm not a fan of Ant-Man, and it felt like a shameless plug for Ant-Man the movie.
It was.
And then the DoorDash commercial. I didn't like the DoorDash commercial either.
Don't remember it. So
You guys are looking at me. I don't fucking watch commercials.
My 2-star commercials, avocados from Mexico. The only reason why I got a 2-star was
were naked.
because
You like avocados?
no, they were
it just
naked.
said, my daughter was sitting next to me, and that's all she kept saying all night. She was singing the jingle, avocados from Mexico. So the
But they were all
M&M,
naked.
yeah, it was a naked. It was the Adam and Eve kind of thing.
Avocados.
It was at the very beginning. It was like one of the very first commercials.
You could say any commercial in the
Yeah.
whole thing. I didn't.
The
pay attention.
M&M commercial, it was dumb as well.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
not a big fan of Maya.
The candy or the wrapper?
No, the candy.
Okay. just
They were
make sure.
trying to
Yeah, I
go.
know.
They were
Yeah, I was
trying to do
about to go
a
off.
Maya commercial with
I actually
clams.
remember that.
yeah. It was,
Chocolate
I like
clams or
Maya
something?
Maya Rudolph is fucking hilarious, but that commercial
It was dumb.
was
It was dumb.
fucking stupid. And I just want to double
wasn't it
back real.
clam flavored or something?
Yes, the peanuts were, or
Yeah.
the M&Ms were clam flavored.
What is? I just want to double back real quick. What the fuck is Squarespace?
Where they create websites within a website.
Oh, that's fucking stupid. Move on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The internet's stupid.
My other 2-star was the Hellman's commercial with John Hamm and Brie Larson.
She's hot.
I have no comment on that. They were
What was
talking
it?
about eating each other or something, that somebody was going to eat them with some Hellman's because it's ham
Oh
and
yeah,
Brie.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
The Pringle
Wasn't that Pete
commercial.
Davidson? Pete Davidson?
No, John Hamm.
No, but he was on
no,
it too.
Pete Davidson was the
He was
one
the
that
one
was going to
eating
eat
them.
ham and Brie.
Well,
He made a sandwich.
Yeah, he made a sandwich with ham and Brie.
I'm very confused, but that
Yeah, it's
sounds
okay.
stupid. But she is hot.
The Pringles commercial was dumb.
Megan Trainor.
It was the one where his hand got
She was
stuck.
in it.
Was it?
They showed her. She was petting her dog with a Pringles can.
Oh, okay. See, yeah.
So hold it. The whole commercial was about fisting.
Yes.
It was about their hand getting stuck in a Pringles can.
Fisting.
What do you?
Yes.
You're fisting.
Fisting. All day. Bam. Bam.
Hey guys, let's do this commercial.
Pringles probably didn't think of it that way.
No,
but yeah,
I'm just saying. I mean,
that's how it ended up.
I truly didn't understand, and then she does the motion.
I know.
And
I
then
did.
she's like, "Oh shit."
I did. And then the work day, where it was the rock star, where they kept saying, "You're a rock star,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
a
yeah.
rock star,"
That
and
was
rock
okay.
stars were like telling them, "You're not really a rock star." So that
They had
got
Gene
a 2-star
Simmons
for
and
me.
Ozzy Osbourne and a couple others.
I don't know. Either.
Kat, you see what I have to work with here?
What are you talking about?
She said, "Y'all nasty.
Y'all nasty.
You ain't seen shit yet."
So my
just
3-star
getting on.
commercials, of course, I already said Pepsi. The second Pepsi commercial was Steve Martin. The Uber One commercial with P. Diddy. I thought it was cool that he had different stars singing about Uber One in their.
But it wasn't a jingle. Diddy don't do jingles.
Yeah, Diddy don't do jingles, and he had the different stars doing like
Jingles.
an Uber One song with their song.
Yeah.
Like I think he had Montel Jordan on there.
Yeah.
I know he had
I don't know. any of them.
Dido or somebody.
I'm just gonna say your daughter's getting on my nerves.
Why?
She called me an old ass. I don't like that. I don't like that shit.
The Doritos commercial, I gave that 3 stars because I don't know who Jack Harlow is.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know who Jack Harlow is. So a whole commercial about Jack Harlow, and I'm like, who the fuck is Jack Harlow?
Is that the one where Canada?
No. That's Thank You. That's another commercial. Tubi. I don't know what that. I
Tubi's
remember
a
it was
TV
there.
streaming service.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
that
that one
was,
effed her up. That one fucked her up because she thought the channel
No.
actually changed. Oh,
That's
sorry.
the first Tubi commercial.
Oh, okay.
So the first Tubi commercial, I was like, I could do without it. The Bud Light commercial, I actually enjoyed that.
You don't know who the fuck Jack Harlow is?
I don't know who Jack Harlow is. Why are you still stuck on that? Okay. The Coca-Cola commercial, Bottle Whistlers, that got a 3-star for me. And Booking.com,
Really?
no.
Hold on.
Okay, I know that song.
Okay,
Jack
but
Harlow.
don't play too much. We're
Don't
gonna
play
get kicked
too
out
much,
of
we're
here.
gonna get cut out.
I know. Jack Harlow.
Okay, 4 stars. 4-star commercials. The Rakuten commercial with Alicia Silverstone, Clueless.
Oh, that was
We
it.
brought back Clueless. I like that. That's my era.
I have confirmation from somebody watching that I heard Lamb Jack from my brother before, so you totally didn't make it up. Just FYI.
Who said that? Who said
came,
that?
That came offline, not on the stream. Just FYI.
I know who said that.
Amy.
Intern Amy?
Not intern Amy.
Oh.
Another Amy. Yes.
The Paramount Mountain commercial with Sylvester Stallone. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that was good. Where he
That
sneezed
got
him?
4 stars. The GMC commercial with Will Ferrell. Lots of
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good.
movie cameos.
Oh, speaking of Will Ferrell.
That
Sorry,
was
I'm
cool.
going to go off topic again. I'm good to this. Have you seen the preview for his new movie?
No.
Live action talking dog movie, rated R.
Ooh.
What the?
It's got him and like Will Arnett and all these fucking comedians in it. They just
Somebody
fucking,
said Trevor likes Jack Harlow's Red Rocket.
who the fuck said that? I'm gonna beat their ass.
Alyssa.
Damn it, Alyssa! You're lucky you're
She's
pregnant.
untouchable.
You're lucky you're pregnant.
Speaking of animals, the Rubicon commercial with
Oh
the
shit!
dancing
Hold on,
animal.
hold on.
Really?
I'm listening to myself talk right now. There we
So
go. Sorry.
unprofessional.
I know. I was trying to introduce you to Jack Harlow because you said you didn't know who Jack Harlow was. I was confused.
Okay, so Rubicon commercial with the dancing animals. I thought it was cute, so it got 4 stars. The Cat, I'm with you on the Blue Moon commercial. I thought it was a Coors Light commercial. Thought it was a Miller Lite commercial. And at the very end, they say it's a Blue Moon commercial.
Nobody knew because this was the first year Budweiser didn't have the
Nobody knew.
rights to Super Bowl. First time
Nobody
other
knew.
beers could advertise besides
Right?
Budweiser.
I thought it was cute. It got 4 stars for me. The Tillamook commercial, I know you liked it. I gave it 4 stars, but I don't remember why I liked it.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was the cheddar one.
I liked it so much.
It was the cheddar one. The one you were talking about with Canada was the Crown Royal commercial. 'Cause
Fuck
Crown
Canada.
Royal comes from
They said
Canada.
Canada invented football.
Canada invented football, the
And
ironing
basketball.
board, the like.
They can have the ironing
Yeah,
board. Who
they-
the fuck cares about that?
I mean, they had a long list of like what
Basketball and
Canada
football
gives
were
the
part of
world.
it.
the only thing Canada's good for is free healthcare.
Okay.
Yeah, we need that.
Nothing else in Canada matters.
You liked the Planters commercial
I did.
with the roasted
They
peanut.
roasted the peanut.
I thought it was okay for me. It
Like
was
a
okay.
comedy roast of the peanut.
I did not see a single fucking commercial.
The Amazon commercial, Surviving Sawyer, which is where the dog he's a lovable dog in the beginning, and then they all leave the house, and he
Oh, he
goes and
tears
just
everything
tears
up.
their shit up. So their answer to that problem was
Get him a friend.
get another dog. That would not be my
But they
answer.
made it look like they were bringing in a kennel to lock him up all day, and then all of a sudden they open the kennel and he's got a
Yeah.
buddy.
I feel like you guys are just going through describing all these commercials because I literally sat in front of a TV for the entire Super Bowl and do not remember a single one of these damn commercials.
Okay, well maybe you'll remember some of my 5 stars.
All right, maybe.
So these are the best commercials.
Best of
these
the
are the
best.
ones. These were the best of the best. So my favorite, my top favorite, was the Dunkin' Donuts commercial with Ben Affleck. Tell me you didn't see the Ben Affleck commercial.
Oh, where J Lo drives up. He's doing the drive-through,
doing
and
the
then J Lo
drive-through at
drives up, and he's
Dunkin'
like,
Donuts.
"Oh shit, I gotta go."
He's like, she
Nope.
said, this is what you do all day, and he was working at Dunkin' Donuts. You didn't see that
No.
commercial?
I do know they got matching tattoos though.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I do know that much. She
My-
got it on the side under boob. Just saying.
My next favorite commercial was the T-Mobile commercial with Bradley Cooper and his mom.
Ah, I hated that.
I
one.
thought
I
that
saw
was
that
really
one
cute.
because that motherfucking homeless guy.
Yeah,
I
he looked
thought
like
it was
shit.
really cute. I thought it was really
I don't know
cute.
what they were saying. I just saw him on there. And
It's
said
like
looked
he woke
homeless.
up out of bed and just said, "All right, I'm gonna go shoot a commercial."
He made me like getting ready for a role or something.
A role of homeless guy.
Okay. Next on the list for 5 stars was the Mick Ultra commercial. I actually had both Mick Ultra commercials on there. They were golfing, and
Oh, the Tony Romo.
one of them was talking in third person. That golfers talk in the third person, and you do that a lot.
Trevor does not.
Yes, and it reminded me of you.
I do that quite. I actually
Yes.
got called out on it twice today for talking in third person.
I did love the Google Pixel commercial, that fixes photos, and I wanted that phone after the commercial.
know.
I
I just want to say one thing that I actually remember this commercial, and I was pissed because they deleted the best part of every one of the photos.
Yeah, like the guy bending over.
All the
Picking
shit in
up
the
the
background
baseball,
was
the
the
dog-
best. The
the
best
dog
part of
taking
the
a dump.
photos is the shit you don't expect to see in the
Yeah,
photos.
the dog was taking a dump.
Yes. I send pictures of my dog taking dump. I send that picture. I take pictures of my dog taking a dump and send it to people just for fucking shits and giggles.
I haven't gotten one.
Done. You'll have
Okay.
one tomorrow.
Cool.
The farmer's dog commercial was really cute. That's the one where she got him as a puppy, and the puppy grew up with her all the way up until they're laying in bed, and she has a baby, and the dog is laying next to her, and she's singing to the dog.
No, I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
no, it was a really cute commercial. NFL had a really good commercial. Who was the parrot is kind of their tagline at the beginning of the Super Bowl. I still don't know who the parrot was, but they were chasing the female flag football player because she's never had her flags taken from her during a game. So
I think I remember that.
yeah, she's
That was
running
probably the
from
best
everybody.
commercial.
Yeah.
And the NFL blew it up last year with the whole. They were all at the dinner, and
That was 2 years ago.
was it 2 years ago?
At
Yeah, that was
least 2 years
a
ago,
great
yeah.
commercial.
That was like
too.
the 100-year anniversary, which was like
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago.
That was a good one too.
Um,
I still remember it.
Kia had a good commercial with the Telluride, with the Binky Dad.
Oh yeah, don't forget the binky.
The Binky Dad. He forgot the Binky at the house, and he had to just drive everywhere.
He
and
drove across the
everybody
football
kinda
field
let
while the game
everybody-
was going on.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one either.
The
bad at
second
commercials.
Tubi commercial, where it looked like someone was actually changing the channel, I literally did. I turned around and I looked at Dave and I was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you changing the channel?" Because I thought someone was actually changing the channel. So that one fooled me. T-Mobile with John Travolta singing "Tell Me More" with
I knew that was. Gonna
one
be
of the
your favorites.
guys from that doctor show. I can't remember.
Oh,
What is that doctor show? I can't
There's a
remember.
lot of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just got a picture from your daughter
I did too.
of
I
her
think we all did.
of her dog taking a piss. So always good. Thank you, Alyssa.
And then my final one was the Skechers commercial with Snoop Dogg and Tony Romo. I thought that was cute.
Okay, I have a couple follow-ups real quick.
Scrubs, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Um,
what are your follow-up ones?
Did you take notes as watching these commercials?
did.
One, did you go back and like re-watch all these
Some
commercials?
of them I did. Some of them I did just
Two.
because I couldn't remember.
Did you Google a list of all commercials to
No,
make
I
sure you
did
didn't
not.
miss any
No,
commercials?
I literally did. I not. I literally.
I'm
as
just-
soon
I'm
as
just
the
questioning
commercial-
because
I wrote down.
You basically went through every.
I
There's
did.
one commercial
I
you
had
didn't.
one job.
There's one
Hey,
commercial you
Trevor.
didn't even mention. Just FYI,
Which one?
Prime.
Oh yeah, that was at the very beginning.
I
Second
didn't think you
commercial.
wanted me to talk about Prime, so I,
They're not our sponsor, Trevor.
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I can't promote shit that they're not paying me. So
Drink the shit.
hey, by the way, she said check your picture again because he's actually dropping a log.
It looked like it
Okay.
was a partial squat.
Moving on. In between some of those commercials were some movie previews, and so I wanted to highlight some of those movie previews. Fast
Oh,
X.
yeah, I see the turd.
Can we? Really?
It's sitting on the sidewalk. Tell him to shit in the grass, not on the sidewalk. All right, continue on. Sorry.
So there were some movie previews that I did watch. I did like Fast X is finally finishing their
Oh,
their saga. Is that what you can call it? Their
Series.
whole series. Jason Momoa is coming back in that final movie.
not coming back.
That's his
Well,
first.
not coming back. I'm sorry.
But
sorry.
apparently,
It's gonna
I
premiere.
didn't see. Did you guys watch the preview?
I did.
Okay, did you
Twice.
watch the preview?
Sort of.
So I didn't see it, but it was brought to my attention that they basically photoshopped him into all these old scenes from the old movies, like he was actually there when they happened.
Really?
Throughout the whole preview.
I didn't watch that. I didn't see that. I'll
Yeah.
have to
So
go back and
apparently
see
they
it
do
again.
like little flashback scenes, kind of how they got Jason Statham or
Yeah.
the
And he was kind of in the background.
he was like
or?
in the background when this happened and this happened and this happened, and they just kind of like
And that's how
photoshopped
they're
him,
tying
and that's
him
how they're tying
into-
him into it.
okay.
Like
Okay.
he was there when they crashed his car and it killed his ex-girlfriend's fiance sister's uncle brother, so he's angry.
As long as Charlize Theron's in it, I'm good.
I think she is part of it.
She is.
But I'm
Another
just-
movie that I saw the preview for and that I'm really interested in watching. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are
the
rejoining for
Jordan.
the movie
The
called
swoosh- the-
Air.
The Jordan one.
And
yeah.
it's basically about Jordan joining Nike and how
I
they
wanna
got
watch that.
him.
That's
so.
an all-star cast they got in that movie.
Oh, they do. I'm gonna watch. I mean, Ben and Matt back together since Good Will Hunting. I think was the last movie they did together, and that one was great.
Creed 3 is coming
Oh, yeah,
back in
I'm watching
March, and so that
Thought it
preview.
was
Dude.
February 23rd.
So what's with Hollywood? All of a sudden they get like typecast on one actor, and all of a sudden he's in like everything.
everything.
Like the Creed bad guy in Creed. You look him up, he's got like 9 blockbusters all coming out in the next like year and a half.
Does he really?
Oh, he's in everything. He is literally in. Look him up. He's in like everything. He is fucking ripped too. By the
Oh,
way.
I know. I saw that. Yeah.
God, he's fucking big.
I wouldn't fight him.
So a couple of the previews that I missed, that I was like, oh, okay, because I did look this up just to make sure. I did see 65, which was the dinosaur
65
movie.
million years ago.
Yeah. I
looks
didn't
dumb.
see the preview for Dungeons
Jurassic
and
Junior.
Dragons,
Well, that one's been out for a minute.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
That's their last one too.
Indiana Jones and the Dial
part
of
5.
Destiny.
Oh my God, did you see? You didn't see that?
I did.
Man, did they put CGI all over Harrison Ford's
yeah.
face, man?
Did they?
He went from like 90 to 50 in this movie.
Wow.
Yeah, he is straight CGI.
And they're making a Scream 6?
Yeah. Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah, I didn't.
One,
Do we
two,
need another
three,
one?
Can you scream enough?
Do we need another Scream?
Do we
Why
need
not?
another Fast X?
No, because the last one they went to fucking space in like a DeLorean.
I thought it was a Pinto, but yeah.
Either way you look at it,
You're in outer space with a Pinto, and there's candy wrappers floating because Tyrese can't stop eating candy.
the
and
last ever
Luda's
since
yelling at him.
ever since what's his nuts died,
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. They have capitalized on that, brought Fast
All
and
the
Furious
extra
into
people in.
another realm,
Yeah.
because it went from like a $500 million thing to like all of a sudden like a 1.8 billion because he died, so everyone would see his last film, and they just kept they don't make sense.
No. I'm ready for the final, and it's done. It's over with.
It's
That's
like
fine with me.
it's kind of like what the James Bond movies came to with Pierce Brosnan when they started doing all the gadgets and all that random stuff. If you've ever watched James Bond movies, they just kind of went a little too far.
Well, they do have another Mission Impossible coming out, and
They
it's a
have two.
two-part.
They have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you didn't know that?
Yeah.
This is the one he got caught on camera yelling at people about not wearing a mask during the pandemic.
Oh, I didn't.
Did you
know
ever
that.
hear that?
I did.
Oh, he went.
I did.
Tom Cruise went on a fucking rant because Tom Cruise pays for all these movies because he's the one that finances them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went on a. The
I
Mission
knew it
Impossible.
was a two-part.
The Mission Impossible movies, I will say, have gotten like progressively better and better.
Yeah, I like the
they've
last
gotten
one.
really good.
I just don't like them, so I'm not gonna watch
You don't like
them.
Tom Cruise?
I used to back in the day, like his original mission. Not mission. What's the one we just watched? Top Gun.
Did you watch the new
liked
Top
him
Gun?
I liked it in Top Gun.
The
yeah.
new one too?
I did watch him in Top Gun.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought the new one was better than the old.
Yeah. Okay, so lastly, we got the Riri concert. We got the
I
Rihanna.
got some words.
So here's what I thought. I thought that I loved in the beginning, and a lot of people missed it when she was being lowered. Before she even started singing, she did like pat her belly. She did kind of rub her belly to kind of signal, and that's what pregnant women do. See, that's why you're fucked up. So when I saw that happen, I was like, wait a minute, is she pregnant? And then you can look closer and she kind of moves a certain way and you can kind of tell that she's pregnant. And so she did confirm after the Super Bowl, her people did confirm to People Magazine and TMZ that she is pregnant with her second child. So very exciting for her. I gave the concert an A. I loved the floating stages. I loved the simplicity of it all. Just the dancers all in white. There wasn't a lot of, there wasn't a lot of eye-catching stuff. It was just very simple. It was her on a stage doing a little dancing, which if you're pregnant and that pregnant, it's hard to move. It's hard to do what she did. And she did it, and she did it with grace. And so I think it was good. I loved the fact that she did all of her major hits. She did 12 songs, and she
Went well over the over. The over was 9.5 songs.
Yeah, so she did really good. A lot of people were wondering who her special guest was going to be,
The baby.
and she made the announcement that it was her baby. Her baby is the special guest. Do not bring me the joke I will hurt you. I will throw
I don't
something
know what
at
the
you.
joke is.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't
know
know
what
what
the
the
fuck's
joke
Alyssa?
is.
Mind your business.
Alyssa, what's the joke?
Anyways, so
I need to
thought
know
it
the
was
joke
good.
before I tear-
I thought
before I
it was an
tear the
interesting
shit up.
concert. Was it the best Super Bowl halftime show that I've
No,
ever
last year's
seen?
was.
No, I prefer Bruno Mars over everybody. Like I was really dancing and loving Bruno Mars when he was the halftime show. The
Gross.
weekend was kind of up there for me as well.
God, the weekend was the only commercial. Sorry, finish before I go on my rant. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
But yes, Kat, I agree. The floating stages were awesome. I was scared for her being that pregnant and
Say it, Alyssa.
being
Damn it.
on, the floating stages. But I actually did like it. It was a good show. It was a good show. Very simple, straight to the point. But so that was the petty segment, and I look forward to sharing more thoughts with you next week on something different.
All
So,
right.
all right.
No,
Uh,
wait,
You
whoa,
have a
whoa, whoa,
chance
whoa,
to-
whoa,
No,
whoa.
no, no. We're
I
moving
want,
on.
I want to talk halftime show.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
If you
we're
bring
all here.
PETA into a
Sports show.
sports show, you bring in Riri into a sports show, great. So one, I want to say the best part of the whole thing was her first song. Bitch Better Have My Money. She started with that
Yeah.
song. And that was the worst odds of a prop bet.
Was it?
1,500 to 1. You bet $1 that that's the first song she sings, you win $1,500.
Wow.
Wow.
That was the worst odds of all her hits to be the first song played because that's a prop bet. So if you would have bet $100,
You're rich. Or
I'm just saying. Number 2, this was the least. I like her. She's great song artist. Everything like her songs are enjoyable. Like every time I hear Umbrella, I think of Tom Holland doing lip sync battle. Where you ever see that?
Oh yeah.
Where Tom Holland does it. Like it's her memorable. Her songs are memorable. They're in a lot of stuff, but it was a boring performance.
mean,
I
she was
understand. I
pregnant.
understand she's pregnant. I understand that. I'm not saying that anything. Shit. I meant we've seen people not do anything before, but it was boring. I meant
Yeah.
outside of The Weeknd, who I love The Weeknd songs too. The Weeknd's fucking performance was the only one worse I think in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because The Weeknd's just running around with a bunch of fucking people with shit on their face, and she was just standing up there with a bunch of people dancing around in white coats.
I'm gonna
And the best
object.
part of the show was Travis Scott standing on the side filming her.
I didn't see that.
Her husband, the baby daddy,
Yeah.
was just standing on the side filming her with a camera.
Huh. I didn't see that part.
But
ASAP.
ASAP, damn it, sorry,
I know,
ASAP.
he said Travis Scott, and I was like, huh?
yeah, sorry,
was
yes,
like-
thank you,
Scott is Kylie Jenner.
yes, thank you for the correction. My apologies, I'm not 100% up on my.
Because the joke
Celebrity
is,
people.
Thank
A$AP
you,
did
Olivia.
not waste any time in getting her pregnant in a second.
Of course.
He didn't waste any. He was ASAP on that.
Congratulations.
I'm just saying. That's how you remember it.
I mean, I have cousins
future
that are like 10 months
I'm
apart.
just telling you, that's
Yeah.
how you remember who her husband is. He was ASAP.
I'm
on
not
that
gonna
shit.
remember that because I don't care who they're.
And to me,
I just,
I thought the national anthem was more memorable than her halftime.
God, I even hated the national anthem.
Did you? Chris Stapleton?
I don't even know a song that he fucking sings.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's why. But I thought that was more memorable than the. I
No.
mean, not that she did a bad job.
No, I meant there's nothing wrong. She lip synced the shit out of her songs. It was great, just like everyone else
She
does.
has the right to do that, though.
I'm not.
Everybody does it.
Everyone does it. I'm not saying anything against it. I
Her
meant
songs,
shit.
she can do
If
her
you
songs.
if you watch people doing even in concerts, that people pay to go see,
Yeah.
they sing like 1/10 of the words in their song, and it's playing in the background, and then the background music just picks it up, and then they chime in with a few
Yeah.
I
words
think
along
she's
the
worth
way.
like $1.2 billion. So
Well,
she
that's
doesn't
because
care
of
what I
her.
think.
That's because of her fucking lingerie line.
Well, I
too.
know. I'm just saying. She doesn't
Fenty.
give a shit.
Is it Fenty?
Fenty.
See, I know my lingerie.
I think it's called Savage Fenty, yeah.
Quit correcting me back there, okay? You're killing me.
Let's just be my role.
No, that's 100%.
Yes.
Absolutely.
please.
Everyone else, hey,
please. I need you to fact check him.
I like it. Especially.
You were right.
I knew Fenty was in the name. I don't know the whole thing. I apologize. I don't know my.
I love our new
I know
addition.
myself. Oh wait, no, I
I
don't.
have
Damn it.
somebody to help me fight Trevor off.
Damn
Oh,
it.
highlight of the show tonight. What's your favorite part of the show? Oh, when Trevor got correct.
Because Trevor never gets corrected.
I always get corrected.
No, you don't.
I like to correct people, actually. She's like taking my role because I always like to
Yeah.
correct people. And
All
I like it.
right, so that's the petty segment. I look forward to sharing another topic with you guys next week. If you have a topic that you would like me to discuss, please shoot me a DM, shoot me a Facebook message. Let me know what you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. It does not have to be sports related. I promise we can go off the rails here. I've thrown some PETA shit at Trevor one time, and yeah, that kind of sparked. If you want to see that, you have to go back and find that old episode. It was one that we did at the house, but it was pretty funny, I think.
It was.
I argued from the other room.
You went to get up and go to the bathroom, and you were still arguing.
I was
with me.
yelling across the house.
But yeah, if you have a topic that you want to discuss, let me know. Hit me up. Moving on, let's talk about something that ended the NFL season. We had the NFL season ending
Oh, I forgot
awards.
about that shit.
And so want to know, did they get it right? So I'm going to name off the award, who was nominated, and then who won. And you guys let me know, did they get it right? So for MVP, we had Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes nominated, and Patrick Mahomes took away that award. Did they get that right? Trevor?
Yes.
You said that like you're
Because,
frustrated about it.
because the MVP has basically become a Pro Bowl award. It's basically become
Quarterback award.
yeah, but anybody that uses MVPs to judge somebody is somebody that I don't talk to about sports, because they're the same person that use all-star games or Pro Bowl appearances to justify a person's legendariness.
So who do you think should have received the MVP award?
Honestly, because they don't even, for one, MVP award, they don't really look at the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time a defensive player won MVP?
Not in the last 25 years.
Exactly.
In fact, over the last 25 years, I was trying to look it up. 4 running backs have won it. The rest have all been quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, yes. I mean, what about, was it 7 years ago when J.J. Watt, who recently retired, he led the league with like 20 sacks, had like 10 forced fumbles, caught like 4 touchdowns.
Mhm.
Like, no one changed the game more than he did. But because he didn't throw the ball to somebody else that ran the ball into the end zone, it's not an I mean, if you honestly looked at, I guarantee if you brought up like Patrick Mahomes stats, he counted for what, probably like 40 touchdowns this year. I'm not even
I think it
statting.
is 40.
Huh?
40.
40. I'm not even standing this up. So
41. Sorry.
41. So I guarantee if you look at like 90%, he probably threw for about 4,800 yards.
52-50.
5250. So out of those 5250 yards, I guarantee probably 2,000 of those are the receiver
Yeah.
running the ball after he caught it.
Yeah.
But he gets credit for that shit.
Yeah.
I meant the same reason. I can argue it against Rodgers, whatever, Rodgers, blah blah blah. But it's a quarterback award. Just call it best
We might as
quarterback
well
of
just
the
make
league.
it the best quarterback
Yeah.
award, and then make the offensive player of the year the next,
Yeah.
and then you have your defensive player of the year. I
Yep.
mean, we might as well just make it what
Because
it is.
honestly, if Patrick wins MVP, should he not be offensive player of the year?
Yes, honestly, he
Probably,
should
yeah.
be. That's why I've never understood that.
It doesn't make sense.
But they always
yes.
give it to
So
the
you
next
don't
best.
think they got it right, John?
I, in the grand scheme of things, by the lay of the land, the way they do it now, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it has taken away from the luster of the MVP, the way they do it now, is what I'm saying.
And I have a totally different opinion. MVP to me is if that player's not on the team, they suck. So Jalen Hurts sat out what, 3 games? 2 games?
Yeah.
They sucked. He was 16-1 while he was in the game. He sat out 2 games or whatever it was. And
I think it was 2 games. I
Four-
know it was
14 and
one of them
sorry.
was against the Cowboys. The other
And
one,
Washington.
yeah, and then the one right after that, Washington,
So to me, he was the most valuable player on that team.
because they lost both of those
Patrick
games.
Mahomes gets hurt. They put Chad Henne in, and he goes down and scores a touchdown. Didn't lose him the game. He also came back out of the game. But to me, the most valuable player, just like the year Adrian Peterson went for over 2,000 yards, he was the most valuable player. He did win it that year. But if you're a defense first, like the 49ers, then somebody on the defense could be the most valuable player on that team. And if they come out and you start losing, I mean, when Von Miller came out of Buffalo, what happened? They were a totally different team. So was he the MVP? He could have been. But, I mean, yeah, they got it right. I mean, Patrick Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards, and I get what you're saying. I mean, he had the best quarterback rating. He had everything.
If you dig through it and you look at stats and stuff like that, which there's more to MVP than stats.
There is. But, yeah, I
You
mean, they
can't-
got it
You
right.
can't be the best player in the NFL if you have a voice like that. I'm just saying.
You don't like Kermit?
Okay, that's some petty shit to
You-
say, and
you-
that's my line. Okay,
I meant
don't start taking away my shit.
that's like
Walk's
saying
funny,
that's
too.
like saying for 1 year that the Muppets was airing that Kermit was the best actor on TV.
He might have been.
He's a
What about
puppet.
Fraggle Rock?
He's a puppet controlled by Andy Reid.
Very good.
All right, moving on. We got the comeback player of the year. In the lineup, we had Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley,
Me too.
and Geno Smith, with Geno Smith winning it. John, did they get this right?
No. What did he come back from? Sitting the bench? He didn't get hurt. He was a bench player. You got to give it to one of these other guys. Saquon and Christian were both hurt last year. Come back. Saquon had a great year. Christian had an okay year until he got traded to San Francisco. But no, Geno Smith, yeah, he was a great quarterback, but that's almost like saying he was rookie of the year.
Yeah.
He was not a comeback player.
Which one of
he
those
never
would you
got
have
hurt.
given it to?
Saquon.
Saquon? Trevor?
I'm gonna quote one of my favorite actors of all time from the TV show Parks and Rec. If you've ever seen this clip, it's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest deleted scenes of all time. I'm gonna go with Kim Kardashian because in that video she got cum on her back, right?
Really?
So stupid. I knew where this was going, but
Exactly.
I had to
But
let him finish it.
anywho, yes, no. That's one of the greatest things because no one knows it's coming and everyone in the thing dies. But no, Geno cannot be comeback player because he wasn't good enough the year before. Just because it's like saying you won second year play of the year because you improved more than the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
It's not best most improved player. It's comeback player. There's a difference.
I mean, we couldn't have given it if Brock Purdy, if he would have started for the 49ers week 2 and then gone 15-1.
Yeah.
You don't give it to him. He didn't come back from nothing.
yeah.
He just got drafted.
just- yeah.
It's the same thing with Geno Smith. It's no. You give it to
Jacob
somebody who
thinks
got hurt.
that CMC should have gotten it.
I mean, either one of them are great. I just think Saquon, he'd been hurt for what, 2 years?
Hell, I'd even give it to J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt
you
had
go.
a fucking great year for his last year.
He did.
And he had a heart attack in the middle of it.
It's like
Oh, I don't know.
he
Yep.
sat out for 2 games.
J.J.
So
Watt
next
played
up,
every game this year.
He sat out for 1.
He played all 17 this year, first time in his career.
Well, then maybe he had a heart attack in the.
he had a like a bye week
It wasn't
or
a
something.
heart attack. It was an irregular heartbeat.
It was
Yeah.
AFib or something. He went into afibrillation
Yeah.
or something like that. So, Coach of the Year, we had Sean McDermott, Doug Peterson, Nick Sirianni, Kyle Shanahan, and Brian Dabble, with Brian Dabble winning it. Do you agree, Trevor?
No,
Which one would you have given it to?
the Lions coach. I can't remember his fucking name.
Oh shit, me either.
Son of a bitch. Hold on, I gotta look. I'm gonna Google it. Hold on.
You could give it to the Lions
We can
or
have fact checker. do it.
even Doug Peterson.
Dan
also-
Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell and Doug Peterson both took basement dweller teams in the Jags and the Lions.
I meant so did what's his balls from the Giants who won it, but
Brian Daboll.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think those two have been in the dumps for so long that I mean he took Urban Meyer's team and almost made the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs.
Did they?
Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so they made the
won
playoffs.
They won a game in the playoffs too.
Okay. So I would have given it to
Where
Doug
the
Peterson.
fuck have you been?
I don't know.
Yeah, where have you
Pay attention, man.
I'm slow. And even Kyle Shanahan, who didn't have a starting quarterback all year, he's putting things together. He did a great job.
shit.
Kyle Shanahan, 49ers.
Oh, that's no. You can't be coach of the year when you have the number one defense for the third straight year.
With no quarterback?
He hasn't had a quarterback for the last 3 years.
Well, still, it's great coach.
Matt LaFleur didn't win coach of the year for the last 3 years when the Packers were the number one seed.
No, because they're always good. And you got Aaron Rodgers. Andy Reid didn't win it.
Same fucking thing for the 49ers. So
Andy Reid didn't win it.
Kyle Shanahan's
Nick
name out your
Sirianni didn't win
motherfucking
it.
mouth.
Nick Sirianni didn't win it.
Nick Sirianni can't
They were
Right.
a
talk.
number one seed.
Yeah, and that's fine because it's not coach of the year. It was coach in the best situation. So Dan Campbell, best coach with the bullshit he had to deal with. What's his nuts for the Giants? Best coach with the shit he had to deal with. Doug Peterson, best coach for the
It
shit
was
he had to
Brian
deal with.
Dabble for the Giants.
Yes,
and he
Ryan
won.
Dribbles.
I would have given it to Doug Peterson. But
Either
I think it was a good call with Ryan Dabble. I was impressed with him.
I don't know.
Offensive Player of the Year, we had Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, and Justin Jefferson.
Oh, JJ won,
With
didn't he?
Justin Jefferson winning the award.
I don't have a problem with this, even though Pat Mahomes probably should have won it since he was the MVP. But
So you would have given them both. If
I
you're
mean,
going to
if
give him one, you're going to
you
give him
gotta
the
give
other.
them both. But I
Okay.
like Justin Jefferson getting this because he did have a really good year this year, and he Tyreek probably could have won it if Tua would have stayed healthy. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Trevor? I just feel like you're unamusement with this.
I'm very.
It was his topic.
It is my topic, and I'm very unamused with this topic because this topic is it's like arguing all-star votes and that because it's voted on by a bunch of dickheads that even vote for like the Hall of Fame or the Hall of pretty good at what you do, so we're gonna put you in there. You know, it's one of those things where yes, offensive player of the year, great, but so riddle me this, okay? All right, would you rather? Okay, 1,800 yards and 8 touchdowns, 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns.
I'm going with touchdowns.
Well, that would be Tyreek Hill.
No, it's not.
I'm going with the more touchdowns because touchdowns
Well-
win games, not yards.
1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1,800 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Well, I know 1,800 was JJ.
Okay, which one would you rather have on your team?
The 14 touchdowns. That wins games. Period.
Give me your answer.
I would rather go with that.
Devontae Adams.
Okay.
I'm just it's so. Would you rather have 1,800 yards and 8 touchdowns, or 1,350 yards and 12 touchdowns?
I'd still take the 18.
I'm still
That's a
going
bigger
with the
number
12
away.
Touchdowns. Touchdowns win games.
I think Travis Kelce was a bigger impact on his team than Justin Jefferson. Travis Kelce. You know, let's look at. Hold on.
I think I made this argument not maybe last year or year before, but everybody was saying that, you know, Dak Prescott had such great stats, but he wasn't winning games. So stats mean nothing to me unless you win games. Touchdowns win games.
So then we should have gave it to Jalen Hurts.
1,800 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns, or 1,100 yards rushing and 17 touchdowns.
I'm sticking to my guns here and going touchdowns.
I mean,
You can have all the yards you want, but if you're not scoring
who had 1,100
touchdowns,
yards and 17 touchdowns.
if
Rushing.
you're not scoring
That's not even
touchdowns,
counting
then
receiving.
you're not
That's
winning
just
games.
rushing.
Is that CMC?
No,
The Detroit back.
Jamal
Yeah.
Williams. Yes. And he was like the 10th leader in yards. Like, it is way too subjective. Like, and granted, yeah, Justin Jefferson was on a playoff team, which was the most
Overrated?
Overrated. They're the only playoff team ever to win 14 games and have a negative point differential for the year. That they got outscored through the whole year. So way off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like Pro Bowls and all that mess, these awards we gotta have a way to fix it. Either you just, hey, the best player at each position gets an award, boom, done. Best
I
wide
like that.
receiver, best quarterback, best lineman, best
Center.
defensive player.
Best
But do
center.
you put it up as a vote, or do you like
I think
stats?
you-
Because you
I
just
think-
kind of proved the stat wise, like
But what
you
are
may
they?
Everybody
like
sees stats
yards,
differently,
but
though.
I like touchdowns.
But
so
I'm saying I think it should be an award voted on by your peers.
is this not a
No, this is an award
this is-
voted on by dumbasses like us.
Oh, okay.
Beat writers in the media.
Dumbasses like us. Anybody with a credential like us. Same with baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball Hall of Fame is voted on by 80-year-olds that have been watching baseball for 60 years and have decided, hey, Barry Bonds, who even before he had steroids in his body, was one of the all-time greatest players of all time, but he will not sniff the Hall of Fame.
And I disagree with that totally.
100%.
All right. Well, with that as our final thought tonight on 12 pack, we have come to basically the end of our show.
Told you we don't get to fucking stupid-ass basketball.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go around the table real quick. Your final thoughts of the night. What did you think? And I'm gonna start with Trevor since he got mad at me earlier for not
Damn it,
starting.
you always
with
end
him.
with me on this part. No, I'm just playing.
I fucked it all up.
I'm just playing.
Trevor, your final thoughts of the night. What'd you think?
I apologize to anyone who's watching. I'm at like 40% my normal game tonight. I'm a little off. I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got to get used to the time frame of this show with the job that I have right now.
That's the hustle of it, though.
It is the hustle of it, but I've gotten like 4 text messages from work about tomorrow
Yeah.
during the show of things I have to fix in the morning.
Gotta mute it.
Oh, it's muted, but
Yeah.
they pop up because I
Yeah.
have to deal with
Final
that.
thoughts
So,
on any Super Bowl stuff? Something you're looking forward to for the coming weeks of us
son of a bitch.
talking about?
Well, Tucker just told me don't take 30 back, so I don't know what that means. Like, I think 30 might have some issues with
Oh,
30 for
crap.
us. Just FYI. So final thoughts is, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Not only because it gives me a reason to drink, because I don't drink enough anymore. I'm feeling a little lethargic about that, but also talk sports again.
Yeah.
And I, honestly, next week, I can't wait to talk some fucking baseball. There's so much baseball to talk next week.
Cool.
So
And
get your
basketball.
baseball.
I'm
What?
ready for
And
baseball.
basketball.
I'm ready for
I
baseball.
ain't talking basketball until we're to the finals.
Oh.
I'm drawing
Yeah.
my line in the sand right there until we're like to the playoffs. Fuck Kyrie, as you would say.
Hey, that's
Fuck
my line.
Kawhi.
That's your line.
Fuck the NBA because it's a bunch
Fuck
of
NBA.
divas.
That's my line.
And I just want one more quick thing. LeBron James did set the record for points scored and also biggest tantrum for a missed foul, all in a matter of 2 weeks.
Wow.
And he missed 3 games.
Fuck
afterwards.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Did he play tonight?
I don't fucking know. He's got his dick up his ass.
John, Big John,
What's up?
final thoughts for the night?
I just love that, Mr. Teabag, Stat Assassin over there, was corrected twice tonight. It was great.
By neither one
Awesome.
of you fools.
Hey, that's okay. It doesn't have to be by
She
me.
is on her game, and I love it.
I'm like, I can't even look
I
over
know
there
my
because
Riri stuff.
I feel
I know it.
I feel intimidated right now because she got corrected me twice, so I'm trying to avoid contact over that way.
That was,
So.
that was the highlight of my night. But yes, it's great to be back, and we just got to keep it rolling.
All right. I want to give a special shout out to everybody who watched tonight. Alyssa, Jacob, Linda, Kat, Ray, Jay, Alexis. If anybody was
She didn't say your
not
name. You should be
visible
offended.
if you were not visible on the chat, you got to speak up, you got to comment,
was
so
on
that
there.
way Easy was on there, all of our friends, all of our
Harry.
loved ones were on there, and we really do appreciate it. Next week, check us out on our YouTube channel. You can find us at 12 Pack Media, and just look for our logo, and we're there on YouTube. So if you can't catch us on Facebook, you can catch us there on our YouTube channel, or here on our Facebook page. Like us, share us, post us, follow us, do all of that. Whatever you guys have to do, please help us get our name out there. We're back.
Send in some topics.
Yeah, if you have something you want to share with us, if you got something that you want to talk about, send it to us, and we'll do our best to throw it in the middle of the mix. And we really do love each and every one of you. It's been a pleasure tonight, and I look forward to sharing next week with you. So, from Teabag and Big John, I am Queen Petty. This is 12 Pack. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Take notes.